Hey everyone, welcome. Let me put my headphones in. Welcome, people. What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? Let me wait for more persons to come up over here so we can talk the things them. Mhm. Thanks for that thumbs up. Thank you. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome. Welcome. Hey, Shalante, what's good? Big up yourself. Big up. Hmm. Yeah, guys. Hi, Celine. How you doing? Thank you for finally coming. Hmm. Yeah, girl. My weapons look good, don't it? Weapons run right out. Right out the weapons here I come. Yes, 10. So, yeah, so me that tell us I'm braid them one. Mm-hmm. But it's a go on for now. It's a keep my love. And the boppins here I keep right now. Mm-hmm. So I'm waiting for my friends to come along. Yes, thank you, honey. Yeah, I like this color when I get braids. I don't like black. Yes, Sheldon, Boppins lock, don't it? Boppins are going with herself. Yeah, you. Hmm. So my topic for tonight. Hey, lovey dovey vlogs, bless up yourself. Thank you for coming, everyone. Please, on your way in or out, I'm asking you to give the host a thumbs up and mega shout out to everyone in the chat. Y'all know Betty appreciate everybody will come over, yeah, so mm-hmm. Yes. So people, yeah, I said the topic for tonight is abuse. And that's a broad topic because there are several types of abuse. And, when is the right time to walk away? You know, or do you see those signs before you move in with someone and you ignore them? The red flags are there. So, yes, we are going to be talking about abuse. Mm-hmm. No, it's not knotless. It's regular. Knotless would look more laid and flat. It's regular. Yes. So, you know, we are going to talk. I was actually gonna do a call in where persons can call in and give me their opinion and stuff like that. But I'm gonna leave that for your next topic when things are a little bit more spicy and I'm gonna have persons call in and make it more festive. Thank you for coming, Weatherman, and bless up Tia Mac for sending you over here. Mega shout out to you and Tia. I appreciate everyone who comes by, whether you come for 2 seconds, whatever. Much appreciated over here. Mm-hmm. And Weatherman, if you are a content creator, I will be checking you out. So don't worry if Betty Naga go back or what. Yes, I do go to others. So I will be there. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, but guys, so as the topic suggests, abuse, like I was saying, there are different types of abuse. There's physical, emotional, sexual, financial, and domestic, right? Just to name a few. So that's what we'll be talking about tonight. And do we know when is the right time to walk away? Do we just sit back and ignore everything? Yes, because trust me, I see a lot of females lose their lives due to domestic abuse, you know? And my thing is, did you not see those signs coming? Did you sit back and wait until it's too late? We all need to wake up and what them say, smell that coffee? When you see those signs, trust me, walk away before it is too late. Verbally, yes, then verbal abuse. hmm So that's my topic for tonight. hmm So that's what I am going to be talking about. Yeah. hmm So yes, people, until our other friends come aboard. Yeah, Tiamak is my best friend. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Tia is good peoples. Good peoples. Sheldon said the stigma is that women are the ones often abused, but at the same time, there are also men that gets abused, especially verbally. And that is so true. That is true. And it doesn't have to be an argument. Sometimes we say stuff, I am guilty. Sometimes we say stuff which abuse others verbally, and we think it's just okay. So, yes, you know. But yes, Tia Boppins. Tia, I hope you have on your boppins tonight, goods. Guys, I seriously cannot wait to meet some of these YouTubers and, have a meet and greet and, because y'all are very supportive. hmm Can't wait to go over to your yard, go watch the bikini hall, something there. hmm But yes, Tia, we are talking about abuse. And I know it's a broad topic, so like I was narrowing down some of the types of abuse. And you know, it's good evening. Hi, all things Anna, welcome. Good evening, mom. My mom is on the live. Yes, Tia, I want to see that bikini haul that you are doing. So yes, guys, as the topic suggests, um mom is saying when children are involved, it's hard to walk away. But I also think that if the children are young, it's easier to walk away because they don't really understand than when we wait until it's too late, and it's harder to explain to them why you're walking away from their mother or their father, vice versa. So, hmm but yeah. But my I have been noticing on Facebook too that I've seen where persons, especially men, they if them and the female is not working out, especially in the Caribbean, and here as well, they either shoot the female or them chop up the female, and then there's no justice served because you end up taking your own life as the male because it's like it's known, it's the in thing. And I'm like, Females, please, whenever you see these red flags, wherever it is, at the beginning of the relationship, middle, wherever, do not ignore the warning signs. Do not ignore it, especially when you have kids to live for. Can you imagine? Him wipe out you and him and left the pitney them fi suffer. Them something they hard to live with. Very, 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 very hard to live with. And females sometimes fall vulnerable to certain situations. That's why I'm saying, as females, we have to be the ones to wake up. We have to be the ones to wake up because the physical abuse, it's skyrocketing. Skyrocketing. Yes. And of course, you have other types of abuse. Like some of us, I will never be guilty of that because I always say I will never put my parents in nursing homes. Sometimes when we put our loved ones, because maybe our schedules are that hectic or tied up, where we put our loved ones into nursing homes or whichever, they get abused as well. Sometimes they are neglected, especially if they are incontinent. People will sometimes ignore them and leave them to wallow in whatever it is until they're pleased to take care of them. Sometimes you don't see it until a child comes in the picture. And that's why I'm saying, when it comes into the picture, when the child is young, you have to take the pitney and run. I mean, it might be hard because one thing I know, females sometimes are afraid to struggle. But sometimes we have to struggle until we get back on our foot. It's a part of the game. It's a part of life. We have to pay attention. Then you have financial abuse. Some of us have family members who abuse us financially. Sometimes it's your boss. Sometimes it's like I said, your family, your boss, whoever, your spouse, whoever it is that abuse you financially. And then you have the people who, that word that I don't want to say, the SCAM, who abuse people financially. People will be here working their hard earned money, and they find ways to get that money from you, and you fall vulnerable to it. And that's another type of abuse that a lot of people don't talk about. hmm Sometimes we even take our loved ones, and we know they lived, say for instance, they worked hard all their life. And you know, say them have a little change fi take care of them. Some family members, instead of getting a private aid to take care of the family member, them shove you right into the nursing home. And they forget about you right there. Some people don't want to deal with it. Yes, financial abuse, it's facts. You might not see it, but it's true. Or you might not experience it, but it's there. And the next type of abuse I want to touch on is sexual abuse, guys. Sexual abuse. And I know that this happens to majority of females and sometimes male, but the whole aspect of sexual abuse, I see it more. It's like it's normalized to happen to most of the females. Now, I know that if if I have if I tell my husband, no, I don't want to have intercourse, and he forcefully does it, people say that's rape. A lot of persons say, oh, he forced me and I never wanted to. Sometimes, so you have to listen to your partner. If it's no, it's no. If you have to go pump gas at the gas station, then hey, you gotta do what you gotta do if she's not feeling it. And sometimes too, females are in a certain situation where they're in relationships where, they have other kids, they have daughters, for instance, and your daughters are being abused by your partner, but you don't know, or you turn a blind eye to it, or you are so afraid of your partner that you can't talk to them because you feel like they're going to back to domestic abuse. They're going to hurt you, or whatever it is that they're going to do to you. So, you know, the warning signs, like I said, stay woke, people. Stay woke. Um, Lovey Dovey Vlog say all facts, and it goes both ways. Believe it or not, it does go both ways. Sometimes the men that don't beat women, the woman them take advantage of the situation knowing they won't retaliate. And that's true. 100% facts. Cause us females love press man, especially when time we know say the man them oh him now go do nothing. A lot of females do that and it's wrong. Cause trust me, you see that one time they were the man they retaliate, you never know. You never know the reflex lick the way you go get. Mm-hmm. You never know. Silent abuse. The lion say like silent abuse I mentioned. Yes. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Even if it's misusing your money, it is still categorized as financial abuse. A woman can't be charged with rape because she doesn't have anything to penetrate. That's why men don't report it. But I'm saying though, on that aspect, mom, I'm saying a lot of the times, yes, it is always the female that's on the receiving end. And you are forced into situations where you can't say no. You can't. So you feel vulnerable to just giving up your cookie, which you eventually do. So you're put into a situation where you are being sexually abused. But nevertheless, guys, yes, I will forever sing. Pay attention to the warning signs. Yes. And always take care of you. Hmm. But the domestic abuse, guys, that one is like the domestic and the physical goes together. It's like they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. And I'm tired of looking on the news and see a female losing their life. Yes, I just recently saw one where a female, wow, wow, Tanisha, I just saw that. I saw that. So thank you. I appreciate you. Mega mega shout out to you. So um yeah, I lost my chain of thought. What was I saying? Yes, I was talking about the little community that I'm from, a neighboring community where a female lost her life. Her limbs, they chop her limbs off. and this was done by a man. So I'm saying, like, when do we wake up? When do we wake up? When do we pay attention to the warning signs? When? Who did I miss? But let me drop the link. If anybody wants to come on here, um, it's open forum. You don't have to be afraid. Come and be a part of the topic. And because men don't take rejection easily. And that's true. Mix Master, bless up yourself. Mega shout out to you. We're over here discussing abuse, types of abuse. Do we ignore the warning signs? Do we pay attention to them? Um, Females tend to be the ones that always get abused. Males get it too, but females on a broader retrospect, so that's where we at. Tanisha said we are too afraid. Um, I think so too. Mm-hmm. Afraid. And there are a lot of females that are fighting silently out there. They're fighting the abuse, staying and hoping that things are going to change. Listen, miss, my sister, my friends, him not gonna change. There's no change. Call a spade a spade. There's no change. Run for your life. Hmm. Walk away. And if you're a male, like I see that female beating a male the other day with a bill. And trust me, that woman have some bill skills. It look like see a long time she a use bill and slap people. Come in, don't know oh you gonna do somebody's son like that. Mm? She was wielding that machete like, listen, I own this. I've been doing this a long time. So yes, males are getting abused. Man, walk away from the woman them. Pay attention to the red flags. If it now work, it now work. Me always hear my older folks say, you cannot beat a dead horse. Walk away. Trust me. And because you don't want to feel guilty, you stay. For what? For what? Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Emotional abuse, guys. Emotional abuse. This is one that happens so silently. Yes, but it does happen. Hmm. We abuse each other emotionally, sometimes without even recognizing that we're doing it, but we are. Hmm. Hmm. One way of emotional abuse is, for instance, cyberbullying. There's a lot of people out there who like to bully people. And people just cringe to it because they're afraid. They become afraid of them. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of us kids go to school and they get bullied. And sometimes they come home and they're even afraid to say it to their parents. Because some of we parents, we say, go, they go trash them back. Yeah? Sometimes abuse is one of the worst thing in a relationship That way I choose the right person in a relationship, which is right, but sometimes you choose the person, mix master, and you never see those signs in the beginning until when probably move in and things get a little bit more, you know, established. That's when you start seeing those red flags where you never did see before. So sometimes the women will be praying for the men to change. And like I said, call a spade a spade. The only time a snake change when it shed its skin. So no change now come. Don't sit around and wait for it. Those days are gone. Olden days, something that's something there. Even accusing your partner of cheating is emotional abuse. Of course. And trust me, guys, another part of the emotional abuse is, you see, if I have to delete something from my phone because me scared say if my husband see it, he's gonna feel some type of a way. It is emotional abuse. hmm If you have to hide something from your partner because you know, say, if they see it, it's gonna be a problem. Um it's gonna cause some problem in the relationship, argument, whichever. And sometimes that is what leads to the physical abuse starting. Then it is emotional abuse. hmm Talking down to your partner, but Miss Master, Tanisha is saying, but Mix Master, most times is way down in the relationship the abuse start. They don't show those signs at the beginning. That's what I'm saying. Most of the time, everything, them say newfound love is like a brand new toy. It's like you're experimenting this relationship and you feel so good that you feel like this person give you butterflies. But when you move in together, or when things become, like I said before, become more established, then yes, you start see the red flags. And maybe you just choose to stay and ignore the red flags. And like my mother was saying, sometimes when kids are involved, it's different. But I'm saying it's best to take the kids when they are young, when they don't really understand, rather than to wait until the kids reach a certain age. Then you're gonna leave, because then that's emotional abuse for the kids, right? Lovey Dovey saying facts. Enough things not reveal until you move in. You really can't believe it's the same person, and that's 110% facts. You never know until you know. hmm Tanisha, what you should do first is try to piss him off and see how it works before you settle in. And me personally, I'm not good at that. I'm not gonna provoke nobody. But if there are little hints or clues, me I go pay attention to it. Mm-hmm. And my head easy for chip. So hey, stay woke. Females and males, stay awoke. And if you know somebody that's going through it, yeah, don't wait until it's too late. Whichever way you see it fit to help that person or encourage that person, sometimes that's all that person need. Just a second thought, a word of advice, something to get them out a certain situation before what we know want to happen. hmm So when me come for me with me topic, people, me write down my little pointers them. So in the aspect of emotional abuse, mhm, preventing someone from going to church, worshiping whichever religion or choice, that's emotional and psychological abuse. which a lot of people tend not to notice. Yes. Mixmaster is saying, remember, teeth and tongue meet, but how you control it. And the tongue is a very powerful weapon. And those words that you roll off your tongue, once you roll them off, you can't take them back. You know? So, mhm. And another big thing in the financial abuse part, guys, is that some of us, a lot of us, parents like myself and our parents, have like insurance policies. And sometimes we feel like, say, your parents pass away and, you give them a good send off, whatever. You feel like if you're the oldest, you feel like you are entitled to more of the benefits, let alone sometimes you don't share, or you denying them from certain things. Hmm. You're being denied from accessing benefits. Hi, Venice. Thank you for coming, sweetie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bless up yourself, Venice, and thank you for coming. So, Venice, we're over here and we're talking about abuse. And Venice, that's a broad topic, so I'm just touching on a few pointers that I took down myself and speaking in general on the topic. So far, I've said, there's different types of abuse. Hmm. So, yes, guys. Hmm. I'm going over my notes. So if you see me looking down intermittently, that's what I'm doing. All things Venice is saying good night to Tanisha and Sheldon. Good night to everyone in the chat. And guys, don't forget to give your host a thumbs up, please. And thank you very much. Hmm. So I left out the the indecent exposure part of the sexual abuse, where a lot of females are exposed early to certain things, very early, you know? And it's not our fault. Sometimes it's the environment, you know? So, and sometimes it's like adults don't think, they don't think outside the box. And sometimes we leave our children into some situations where they are exposed to things that we would have never exposed them to. Never. But yet it happens. Hmm. It happens to a lot of us, a lot of females, a lot of males. Hmm. And most males who go through it tend not to talk about it. Yes, Lovey Dovey Vlogs is saying sometimes it's the parenting too. Exactly. Sometimes as parents we need to examine ourselves and see if are we doing the right thing. You know, we need to evaluate ourselves and see, are we doing the right? Are we doing right by our kids? Are we? So you're right. I am going to drop the link again. If anybody wants to come, feel free to come up. It's totally fine by me. But yes, um, back to my pointers. Me look down, me just there, just a chat and I read. So I'm gonna talk more about the emotional abuse. Emotional abuse. Emotional. And I see emotional abuse happening more between couples because, like I said before, sometimes we say things that we might not think it hits or struck a nerve, but it does. And sometimes we do things and like revenge and think, okay, I'm not gonna hit him, but this is my revenge. And it actually hurts the person emotionally. hmm And I know a lot of females are guilty of that. We're not gonna hurt to know, but hmm yeah. So sometimes. Another thing, guys, is like I think that abuse in general, a lot of times it is ignored. And hi Sheldon, thank you for coming up.
Night, night, Betty. Good night, good night, good night, everyone.
Yes, as I was saying, I think abuse in general, I think it is something that a lot of us ignore because one, we think people are going to change, and sometimes we a lot of us sit around and wait for the change. Hello, Daddy Bella, welcome. Welcome, Daddy Bella.
Yeah, Daddy Bella, Daddy Bella. I told them to go on
Big
him
up
live, you know.
yourself, Daddy Bella. People, if you not have Daddy Bella, I will always say go on over this and just go grab up Daddy Bella.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right.
share, and subscribe over Daddy Bella because Daddy Bella TV show have a buzz. He might go on with himself. Daddy
That's
Bella, when
right.
I grow
That's
up, I
right.
want to be like you. So yes, guys, I'm saying that abuse is something that is ignored overall. And sometimes we are going through it and we are afraid to talk about it because we probably shame. And
Yeah,
sometimes all you need to do is just talk. You just need that one person that we can listen to you
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
encourage
yeah.
you.
And you know, Betty, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I will speak from the good men them perspective,
Mm-hmm.
because the good men them sometimes they get a lot of verbal
Abuse.
abuse in the relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes the men who become wicked or terrible men is the men them that let us break at some point.
Yes, they have a breaking
Because
point.
even though we try to be good, in the back of your mind you say, if me liquor right now, what happened to me? I got prison, So you hold it, But men sometimes get some verbal abuse, disrespect, and because there's
Mm-hmm.
kids in the relationship, you say, you know what? For the sake of the kids, I'm gonna suck it up. So you find say, They might not come home,
Listen.
they might spend some time at the rum bar, come home
Mm-hmm.
late at nights. But yeah, man, enough man I go through the verbal abuse.
And then a lot of times too, yes, we females ignore that we are actually verbally abusing the men. And it's not a joke. Sometimes, like I said, our tongue is a weapon. And until you
Yeah,
can actually look into yourself and say, "Boy, say me I talk to Sheldon bad. Why me I talk to him so?"
yeah, you
You're
know,
not
right.
you're
Yeah,
not
you know.
you're gonna keep doing it until you push the person away.
Even you mentioned the last earlier, it's
Oh
on
my
social
God.
media. Woman, she
Mm-hmm.
just drip the man and a slap him with the last like that. I mean, I say,
Listen, it's like
what?
this lady is a professional doing what she's doing.
Yeah,
And
man.
I don't see, oh, you're comfortable a wheel a cutlass a beat somebody's son like that. No, sir. Mm-mm. Hi, Natalie Nita. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Natalie, what's up? What's up?
What did I miss? Criticizing everything instead of uplifting can also be emotional abuse. It is emotional abuse.
Oh yeah,
You know,
criticizing. That's true.
and
Yeah, that's true.
females are guilty of that. If a man say the man clean the bathroom and it not clean your way, instead of you say, babes, good job, you go say, so why you never mop the floor? Or why you never roll up the towel them? Or
All right.
something, why you
Yeah.
never put out the tissue in the tissue holder?
Sometimes too,
Ladies.
even when the man pee in the house, the man tired
Mm-hmm,
and the man go pee in the house, the woman start complaining and say, yo, that not peeing good enough. Enough
mm-hmm,
things go on. We
mm-hmm,
know that for the most part, women are normally abused for the most part,
mm-hmm.
but at the same time, men are probably quietly undergoing abuse, but it's not been talked about because them say, yo, man, to be tough. So we don't want to come
Right.
again and talk about them and get abused. Go with that. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
men are being abused sometimes, man.
And that's true. And like I said, sometimes females fail to acknowledge that they're actually doing it. And it is
Right.
happening. Lovey Dovey is saying not only kids, but sometimes even having assets together makes some people stay in the abuse. Listen, take your asset. Me are one person where we walk left everything. Me not run down nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I think we need to be open minded when it comes on to assets. Mm-hmm. Me not
Yeah,
make no
Natalie,
assets make
yeah.
me stay and get abused. You mad?
That's
Mm-mm.
right, that's right.
Verbal abuse is equally harmful as physical abuse. 110%. Yes. Men are being abused, but they are afraid to speak. And that's what I said earlier. Men don't speak on their abuse. They be so quiet about it.
Yeah,
Until
soft
one
as you
day
talk
when
about
them
that
can't take
one,
it no more, them either retaliate and it usually end up sour.
Very sour, very sour, very sour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like Sheldon was saying earlier, society is going to think of you less than a man,
Yep.
which is wrong.
That's the thing set up still.
Hmm. But you live and you learn, them say, right?
That's right.
Hmm. Because like recently, I see where there was this soldier in Colorado where he give the female the hit to the head, and then he left the kids. Who's gonna take care of them? Who? I don't know, but I don't know why men have to. Why do you feel like you have to go to that level? And the girl is Jamaican.
Yeah.
Hmm. Jamaican with a military husband, and he wipe her out and leave the two kids. Brother, you go Ghana jail.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of men don't think about, the
And your
repercussions
kids either
afterwards.
gone to the system if you don't have somebody good to take them, because that's what normally happen. And when kids go to the system, and every one of them make it out, brother.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. You can't beat me and tell me you love me. Exactly. But so, again, some woman love when man rough them up and do them the bad things. Them feel like say them no the man no love them if them not beat them.
You hear that one there already, I find it really depressing.
Yes, some woman love when man a kick and box them. Yeah, him love me, and me him love. And you wake up tomorrow with a blue eye and black and blue eye. Yeah, him love me. No, he don't.
Something is wrong there.
Mm-mm. He
Something is
loves you.
definitely wrong.
Mm-mm. Don't. hmm And sometimes we are going through abuse from a very tender age. No matter what kind of
Yeah,
abuse it is,
yeah,
people
yeah.
start
That's
going
true.
through it at a very tender age. And they grow up with it. And then they think it's okay for them to carry on because, listen, this is the only thing I know.
Yeah,
So it continues. So we need to break that ripple effect that's going on in society. We can't carry assets when we die. So why? Exactly. hmm
yeah. But Betty, even on the whole aspect of sexual abuse,
hmm
you find it is something that persons don't talk about until they get older.
That's true.
They don't talk about it until they get older. Because I've had friends that, we're having a conversation and they will talk about their childhood and they were like, yeah, but we never tell nobody. Like, whoa. Oh,
Some of us live some painful childhood, I tell you. Very painful childhood. That's why I was saying that sometimes we endure abuse from a very tender age. And you're afraid to talk because you were threatened, or
yeah,
somebody's gonna get hurt in the process, so you keep quiet. But we need to educate our kids and break the cycle,
yeah.
because abuse is never okay. It's not okay, and nobody should sit and accept it.
That's right.
hmm
Betty, never fix my light in here.
No
Light in
problem.
the dark.
Maybe
So,
the beat up is a love language we never know. Well, I don't know, but females, if y'all see the beat up as a love language, then maybe something is wrong. You need to evaluate yourself, stop and check yourself, because that's not a love language. Definitely not a love language. That's true, Sheldon. They don't, because of how society will view them, which is bad. They are the victim, but society make them feel like an outcast. And that's true. Everything right now is society based. Everything is like we think about what others are gonna say, or how you look in the eyes of the public. hmm Trust me, John public have a lot to do with how we live with life. Have a lot. But my thing is, why do you sit there and suffer in silence with whichever type of abuse that it is? Whether it is physical, emotional, sexual, financial, domestic, how do you sit in silence and ignore it? How? You gotta learn self love. You have to love you and put you first. Spoil yourself. Mm-hmm. And sometimes because females don't love themselves, you love the man more than you love yourself. Mm-hmm. You love the man more than you love yourself. Lovey Dovey Vlogs is saying it's never okay and will never be. But face the reality. There are instances where people leave and the narcissist trace them down and still create havoc. I true that, brother. I true. But did you not see those signs in that person before it mature and reach that stage there? I gone, me gone, you know? Any form of abuse, be out. Run left that. And sometimes even when you run for true lovey dovey, them still them follow you.
Yeah, man.
Hmm.
Some man doesn't know how to find a woman. Them, you know. So no
It's
star.
like them track you.
Yeah, because I've heard women said they can't leave because the man are gonna find them. You know, them can't leave because no matter where me go, them are gonna find
You
me.
might find me.
So I know, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Venice.
Good night, Venice. Thank you for coming in.
Oh,
Can she
thank you,
hear
thank you.
us? Okay.
She's here.
I am hearing, but I'm hearing like a echo. Good night, good night, good night, good night, Sheldon. Good night,
Who do
Betty.
you talk
Yes,
Good
to
night,
when you are going
everyone.
to be judged? This is where I say your circle of friends, because if you're going to have a friend and you can't talk to that friend there about nothing without that friend judging you, that's not a friend. Hold on.
Yes, friends. So while Betty gets back, let's keep the conversation flowing. You know, we're all talking about abuse, and we're looking at the different aspects of abuse. So let's keep the comment section lively. I'm seeing 9 persons in the chat. If we have not yet welcomed you, welcome to the chat. Lovey Dovey saying, did you hear about the situation with the girl in St. Elizabeth? The woman leave and go back
I'm
to her
back.
father. Yeah. Yes,
Did
Betty.
you
So
hear about the situation with the girl in St. Elizabeth? The woman leave and go back to her father, and the man still go through the window and take her out cold. Lord,
yeah, so man heartless, you
they're
know.
rough, you
Heartless
know,
man.
man. I'm telling you,
Ah,
people. You see, domestic abuse take the cake. Domestic and physical abuse take the cake. Trust me. Hmm.
some man say if me can't have it, nobody else can have you, you know. Unfortunately, you know.
Look here, me, I look out for the red flags and don't ignore them. That's one
Yes.
thing that we do. We ignore the red flags, we ignore the warning signs and things say we can fix this or things are gonna change over time when in all honesty it not gonna change.
Yeah, not one change, not one
It
change.
not gonna change. Nothing what you do not gonna change the situation.
Right, because no matter what, you know, within 3 to 6 months of dating, there must be some signs that you see and say, hold on, it's not look right, you
Exactly.
know.
Even when you no just move in, your office is something. So you never cook one day. And he
Come and
come in
behave.
and do, huh? Where the food? So you
Yeah.
never wash. Must be something.
Has to be something.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
at some point you will see there, you will see. So that's why they say when somebody show you who they are, you must believe them. You
Mm-hmm.
know, don't second guess it. Believe them the same time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, living in abusive situation is really, it can be detrimental.
Exactly.
Hmm. But you asked a question earlier, like why some people stay, why people stay. Like, you know, some people aren't as strong as others are. You know, some
Right.
people stay because they don't want to, maybe they don't want to be lonely. Maybe they don't
Yeah,
see it as
yeah,
really
yeah.
a big thing. You know, some people don't see it as a big thing. They're like, okay, I can deal with this because my family are, you know, I have been in worse situations and I dealt with it. You know, you know, sometimes people become accustomed to abuse. They become so accustomed to abuse and they're afraid that they just get comfortably, they get complacent and, you know, just like basically just shove it off every time it happens instead of addressing it.
And that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. And if you
That's
grow
why
up,
I'm saying, go ahead, Sheldon.
yeah, I was gonna say, you know, if you grow up around abusive lifestyle, then it becomes a norm for you that, oh, this is normal. Why am I, you know?
Mm-hmm. Because you're
So
gonna think,
Hmm.
listen, I've seen this all my life growing up. That means it's okay.
it's okay. Yeah,
Yes. Hmm.
yeah.
It
That if you
I
becomes
come
the
grew up and
in,
norm.
see, yeah, I grew up and see my mom, my dad beating my mom. Okay, if my boyfriend
If
or
my
my
mom
husband hit
accepted
me.
it, that means it's okay because my mom was okay with it.
And then
yeah,
some people think that if they don't get hit by their significant others, like they don't love them. Some people
That's
it's
what
just
I
like
right.
was saying
tradition too.
earlier. There are females out there who say, listen, if him now box me down, sorry, him no love me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
sad reality, guys, sad reality. You know.
And then I was
it is.
also saying, Venice, that us females, sometimes we abuse our spouse or a boyfriend or other half emotionally
Mm-hmm.
by the things we say, our
Mm-hmm.
actions,
Mm-hmm.
and we tend to be in denial about it.
Mm-hmm. We manipulate them.
Hmm.
We take advantage of them, you know.
Yes,
We belittle them, let them feel as if they're less than.
what they
And
really
sometimes,
are. Hmm.
let me tell you, sometimes some people do that, and they do that to trap the person they're with, to let the person feel like there is nothing better, you know.
I'm
But
seeing new faces. The Word of God Garden and more. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for that thumbs up, Queen's Corner TV. Mega shout out to you. And thank you for coming. We
yeah.
are over
So
here talking about abuse. Hmm. Venice,
yeah.
what was the last thing you said?
Yeah, so I was saying that, you know, sometimes we do it, the man and the female, both of them do it as a means to trap, their significant other in the relationship by letting them have the mindset that they are not good enough, you know, or
Right.
nobody else will see them. And it is a
Hmm.
very dangerous game because the moment someone else let them see that they are more than, not just good enough, they are
Hmm.
more than, you know, they are more than equal to that person.
Hmm.
They're basically gone,
Yes.
or they're on
Yeah,
their way out,
And
yeah,
you
that's
yeah.
know.
when
That is true.
and that's when they try to kill you.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
so
I know a lot of females ignore the warning signs and the red flags. Males too.
they do.
Lovey-dovey saying more time people try to please the crowd, family and
Mm-hmm.
friends when deep down you are not happy. Are
Not
you in
okay.
it, not
Mm-hmm.
them? Have you forget
Mm-hmm.
everyone around you and meds your own feelings, brother? No, sir. Hmm. See, people, read that comment, there, man. Read it. Hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's right. That is so true. You know.
A real thing, this.
Trying to please
I'm
the
telling
crowd.
you. Mm-hmm.
Trying to please
We
everybody with
care
your
about
research.
what John Public I go say. We care so much about John Public
Yeah. And care
that
about what, yeah.
we go through the pain and the hurt and everything to
Yeah.
endure it. For what? Pay
It's real,
attention.
it is
Just to
real, it
keep
is
up,
real, you know.
just to keep it up. We endure it just to keep up this, appearance as if everything is okay, and it's the best world, it's the best of both world over here. But
Mm-hmm. Yep. We go through it like it's
and,
nothing.
and then we have our children like watching us live that life. So you know what's gonna happen in
Yeah,
the
you
future?
know.
They're gonna
Mm-hmm.
it's a dangerous thing to do, because then we letting our kids, just like how our we adapt it from our foreparents, we're letting our kids now adapting, that accepting that abuse is okay, and then they move forward in their
Mm-hmm.
life to go and endure the same thing.
Yep.
But
They think
you
it's
know,
okay.
Denise, because I grew up seeing mommy and daddy fighting. And I tell
Mm-hmm.
myself that, when I have kids, that will, my kids should see love in the home.
Right.
So some of us learn from that experience. You see your parents fighting, and you're like, listen, when I grow up, this will not happen. This will never
Mm-hmm.
happen. Yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of us, I know a lot of us tell our kids, or a lot of parents tell their kids, like, what I want, what happened to me, I don't want the same for you. And you try to give your
Mm-hmm.
kids a better life. You try to make sure you're doing everything right by them. And it
Mm-hmm.
will be some unscrupulous person out there that be doing them the injustice.
Yes.
Say, for
But
instance, you're home
yeah.
and you raise your children a certain way where you say, don't go out there and fight, and you instill certain values in them, and they go out there and people bully them, and they don't know how to fight back because what they weren't raised a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And then it leads you to think, boy, better if me did that teach him to be tough, or you send him back, go and go fight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Betty, even looking back in high school,
Mm-hmm.
you had the hype boys, and you had some of us, the nerdy guys, and the girls that went for the hype boys. Some of them hype boys, they don't care,
Mm-mm.
And some of them are the same when they grew up, come become, the abusive men.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
girls don't have the proper role model in their lives, and because they don't have that,
Yes.
they're not choosing the wrong person.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
Maxine said
Facts.
something in the comment. Mm-hmm.
That's my mom in the comment section. She's saying, and what
Oh.
about when woman is trying to be independent and was being accused of having an affair because that man is a coward? He's a coward.
Feel intimidated, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he knows that once you start making your own money, you're limited to asking him for anything.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but looking on our next point about growing up and seeing daddy abusing mom,
Mm-hmm.
in looking back on my situation, so mommy would normally accuse daddy that he has somebody out there.
Yeah.
And like day in, day out, she's at him. You have next woman, you have next woman. And I think it get to him some other time. It did get to him,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think sometimes, when you're wrongfully accused somebody of
It's
something that,
annoying.
yeah, day in, day
It
out, it's
becomes
gonna get.
annoying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mom is
And
saying,
that in
yes,
itself is
Sheldon,
is
I
an
grew up and
abuse too.
saw
That's
my
where
father abuse my mom. And that's back in those days. Back in those days. That's crazy.
Yeah. Back in
That's
those
crazy.
days.
And I can
Yeah.
attest. Abuse is very real. It's
It
Yeah.
very
is. It
real.
is. And then what you have is like you have some parents that abuse their children, and
Mm-hmm.
then when their children is of age, and actually they, sometimes it's not the right way, but sometimes this is what happened because young kids grow up being abused. They make sure that they do whatever it is they need to do to ensure to guarantee their success in life. And then
Mm-hmm.
because they grow up and now they're successful, those parents will take credit and say it's because I did big tough like them, or because
Mm-hmm.
me did do this or me do that to him or her. That is why she makes something of herself. When it's like the abuser is taking credit
Mm-hmm.
for inflicting abuse on that person, and not knowing that the only reason that that person might have done well is because they wanted to make sure they get away from that situation.
Situation. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And as you say, Betty, there are so many different categories of the abuse.
Right.
Many different
Mhm.
categories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was just saying too, like with the financial abuse, sometimes it's where people are shut off from their own benefits.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's where parents take out insurance to make sure that their kids have something when they're gone,
Mhm.
or vice versa. Kids try to cover their parents,
Mhm.
and then the older sibling might feel, hey, I'm more entitled to this than you.
Yeah.
And the other part is when you have an insurance, you have the beneficiary or trustee, whatever, but you have the payee too. And
Exactly.
say for instance, there's insurance on your loved ones and your parents, and your parents pass, and you who have been paying this insurance premium for years, you now are the beneficiary and the insurance, and you collect that money. You use some of the money to lay your parents or your family or whoever it is to rest, and then you have the balance of it. Your own siblings can use it to torment you, even
Mm-hmm.
though they didn't contribute a dollar to the premium, even though they never even know it exists, or even though probably it came up in a conversation to establish that plan for the loved ones, but nobody found
Right.
interest in doing it. And then now that the money, is being paid out, it's paid out, and
Mm-hmm.
the beneficiary receive everything. Everybody wants a cut, and then when you don't give them that cut because they have no, they're not entitled to it. And when you don't give them that cut, they use it to torment you, and then no, they abuse you so much you become isolated.
Yep. Lovey Dovey say even fight you for it too. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, there are
Yeah.
mad
Yeah.
families out there that are ripped apart for this type
Money.
of stuff.
Hmm.
Feuding over what a loved one has gone and left.
Dead
Hmm.
and left. We call it the dead and
Trust
left.
me. But see that lady who lost her life in the church.
I was just thinking about it.
Hmm. Sad.
Yeah. But that story, it has some depth to it.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, regardless, them say
Yeah.
mother, father, blessed is the child that have his own.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
if tomorrow morning my mother pass away and in her will she never say Camille forget nothing or anything, you can't be mad. You can't be mad.
But let me tell you the flip side of that too. So Shelly and Sheldon, all right, so guys, when two people come together, right,
Mhm.
and they establish some form of wealth, like in that situation with that lady that just lost her life in the church, right? She was a well established lady. She was well
Exactly.
established. She was a bank manager, so
Mhm.
that means that she was doing well for herself.
Right, and notice how these people talk. They act as if she never went into relationship with nothing.
There you
They're
go.
acting
She
like
was
she just went in to reap the benefits when that's not the case.
she was doing well for herself. But
Exactly.
the thing is, the mindset that people have is that when a relationship is successful, when you have a man and both are a successful man and a woman in a relationship, and the relationship is successful, in most cases, the outside eyes looking in just see the man as the breadwinner. The
Mhm.
sole breadwinner, the only person that is generating all the income, that bringing home that money, that making the
Mhm.
family well off financially.
Mhm.
The outside eyes look at it that way. They're not looking at it like, okay, she probably was the one who helped the man to have this stuff that he helped to build that man.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. But
You know, they
you
I
know,
don't know. I
but
mean,
you know,
I'm not, I don't want to judge, but on the outside looking in, a lot of people is blaming the lady. To me, now who's gonna benefit?
Yep.
Who is going to
yeah,
benefit?
yeah. People, some people act off emotion and know, the beneficiary, etc., etc. But one of the learnings from that, is that you see, when there's tension or conflict in a family unit, try and resolve it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it build.
Yes.
Try and
Yes.
resolve it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Because in that
Betty
particular
is
case,
asking, do you think before entering a relationship, finance should be discussed by both parties? Not only finances, not
everything.
only finances. As long as
Yeah, but
you both have assets, anything that is of value should be discussed.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely think it should be a topic, and it is a very, very important topic because it is one of the main reasons why there are many divorces. Finances.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is one of the
But,
leading reason.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But on that topic too, Venice and Betty, it's a
Mm-hmm.
maturity. Sometimes people
Mhm.
are not mature enough to sit down and have the difficult conversations,
Which is true.
and they live hoping that things will be okay. Because
Right.
I don't want this person to feel away, so I won't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So like the money thing, honey, in the bank, how much money you have?
Right.
Mhm.
Honey, you have any medical history? Where's stay bad?
Mhm.
Don't
Mhm.
talk about, yeah, you don't even talk about some of the time.
Yeah.
And then
Put
the
everything
next
out on
problem
the
is that
table.
it's not that they don't talk about it either, but you have people who enter a relationship still trying to live a single life.
Facts.
You understand? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're in a relationship still trying to live a single life. So because when you're in a relationship, it's no longer yours. It's no longer
Yeah,
mine. It's us. It's ours because it's a
Mm-hmm.
combined for you join together, you become one. So whatever it is that y'all have, y'all should pull it together, make it stronger instead of
Mm-hmm.
trying to separate, divide it. Squeeze a little there, squeeze a little here, and then
yeah.
there is no unity. And
Mm-hmm.
then
Yeah, it
it can
creates problems.
it create tension, and it can be felt. One partner will feel it.
Mm-hmm.
They will
That's
sense it. They
right.
will know.
Well, I always tell myself that whatever a man has is his. If me never help you to achieve it, brother, I feel it.
Um,
I understand what you saying there.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna fight for nothing.
yeah, there's a point I wanted to bring up on the whole abuse situation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens in the country a lot to poor kids,
Mm-hmm.
where a family member might have like 6 or 7 kids and they can't afford to send everybody to school. So
Mm-hmm.
there might be some rich
Mm-hmm.
people living in the neighborhood and they say, okay, then this one go live with that one day, you go live with that
Oh
one day.
man.
But when they go live with them, they become yard boy. They get some kind of treatment they were just not normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Call me nosy.
Good night, sir. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good
Good
night, sir.
night. Good night.
Yeah, you know,
Happy
Yeah.
Ramadan.
this discussion need a meal on it, you know, so I have to come on it and go and keep the meal part active and live, you know?
Of course. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Different
Yeah,
perspective. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Hmm.
But the abuse is real, guys.
It is real, it is
Hmm.
real, it is real, you know. And, you
Overall,
know,
just in
even
general, you
Betty,
know.
similar to even Venice's topic last night, you know, they have some similarities, you know. The silence,
Yeah.
things don't get talked about,
Hmm.
you know? Yeah.
Maxine is saying, and again, that is why most men and women now are single because of the abuse from previous relationships. And I'm saying again, that's true, but again, I think after a certain time and you see
Yeah.
the red flags, then you have to know, so you have to take away yourself. You cannot sit in a situation for years and be okay just sitting there because you're nervous or you're afraid to walk away. Sometimes you just have to close your eyes and what them said, don't burn certain bridges, but bridges like those you have to burn and don't look back.
Yeah, yeah. And to the
Yeah.
same point, you know, Betty, about people remaining single because of past relationships.
Hmm.
Yes, things happen in the past.
Yes,
We have to move on and learn from the past.
right.
And as we say, you know, those initial conversations, there have to be some difficult conversations, you know? It's
Hmm.
like an interview.
Right.
You know, your next 5 years, where you see yourself. And if you realize a year goes now, and a
Yes.
year goal, just say, yo, it's not going to work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As
That's
long
some
as you know
serious
that
And
it's
things,
on
then,
the
man.
same page, it not gonna work.
Not going to work. Not because, you know, the
Not
little
gonna
sex
work.
might be
hmm
nice and things. Forget about the sex. You think about longevity. Next 10
Yes.
years, next
hmm
15 years.
Where you see
hmm
yourself.
Yeah, what we can pull together and make life. If you can't, you
hmm
just can't happen.
Yeah, what future you're gonna create for the little ones that you have? Yeah, stuff like yes, Sheldon, real issue.
Hmm.
Man, deep stuff, man.
Tanisha is saying, guys, remember to like the live. Yes, guys, please remember to give a thumbs up.
Yeah, and then on top of it too, on top of that too, Sheldon, and Betty, as you were saying earlier, that Maxine said that is why some people remain single. Listen, when you have your abuser, when you make that decision to be single because you have been abused, you're still giving your abuser power over your
Yes.
life.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
giving them power over your life. You're allowing them to rob you of whatever happiness that somebody better, that person who was really created for you, have to
Hmm.
shower you with. Don't lose out on the good things, the good stuff that life have to offer
yeah.
because
Because
of one
yeah, yeah,
bad
yeah.
individual.
Good is still out there. Good is still out there. You know,
Hmm.
because the
Hmm.
world full of people. You know, the world full of people. It's not because two or three did you bad, you're gonna say this is it for me. You know, I'm giving
Hmm.
up. No,
Hmm.
there's still that gem out there looking
And
for you. You know?
always find it, this part is both for the abuser and both for the friends who get the complaints. Listen,
Hmm.
if you have your friend who has been abused coming to you and complaining and crying to you, please don't belittle them. Let them feel
Right.
safe having that environment to come to. Please don't say, oh, you should have know better. You feel this and you feel that. Sometimes we have to give them tough love to help them to get to where they need to get. But do not let
Yeah,
Yes.
them feel like they cannot come to you no more with their troubles, because sometimes you are their only safe place. You are the
that's
only,
true.
Exactly.
That's true.
yes,
That's true. Hmm.
you're the only safe place. So, even though you're encouraging them, don't be judgmental. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't be judgmental. Don't be say, oh, you sit down, and last week you come with this, and this week you come with this. Last week you say you're gonna leave, and then this week you come and say him show your love, and you feel a little better. No, some things are a process. It is a process, and some people have to take time to wean themselves away from abusive situations. It doesn't happen overnight in some cases. It does
And
not
Natalie
happen
is saying
Denise,
the
overnight.
worst thing is when someone is not owning up to their wrong. Narcissistic
Mhm.
behavior is a big turn off, and that's true. A lot
That
of us
part.
yeah,
aren't willing to accept when they are
yeah,
wrong, when we are wrong.
Mhm.
Sorry,
yeah.
we're
But
not.
Mhm.
Denise, to your point a while ago, sometimes tough love is necessary, because you, the friend,
Mhm.
you've seen the abuse,
Mhm.
you see it.
Mhm.
In that case, you have to say, yo, here what? You idiot, come out here before the man kill you or the woman kill you.
It's true. Mhm.
Yeah,
But then
man.
Sometimes.
probably that female believes, say, listen, him love me,
Mhm.
Ah, boy. On the
him love
rough.
me.
It can
One
be
is rough,
tough.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. It can be. It can be tough. It can be tough for adults. It can be tough for children too. It can
Mm-hmm.
be tough.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what about this part? What about the adult children who abuse their parents?
Oh Lord.
Um,
That's another case. Yes, some grown folks who feel like
yeah,
they abuse their parents, they abuse the love and the affection, the kindness of their parents. They will be like, or say for instance, I go to my mother now and I said, Mommy, I need $1,000. And mommy just feel like she obligated to find $1,000 to give me, but she don't have it. And she tell me, say, she don't have it. And then me turn on and be like, you always never have nothing. You never have nothing to give me. You don't love me. You know this, you know that.
that's bad. That's bad.
You
That's
have
sad.
I will never
yes,
say that. I will never say that.
That's one come out, guys.
that's some
But then
sure.
again, me no normally ask for big money. I'll be going to the corner store and be like, Ma, can I have $5? Or
Mm-hmm.
she will see me looking for something and she knows me need it. But thanks, Doc.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but yeah, that's real life too. Like you have some parents out there and they're going through abuse from their children. Their
mhm,
children really talk down to them, belittle them, and sometimes these are parents that did well by their kids,
that's
did
true.
everything to spoil them and take care of them, and they're grown adults and they still think that, oh,
They should live off their parents.
mhm, very
They
much
should
so.
continue to live off mama and papa.
Hmm.
Queen's Corner TV and I will stay with you until the end, host. We will be in the background. No problem. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
those are some real life abuse is man. And Sheldon is so right.
It's often ignored though.
Yeah, it is very often ignored. And then Sheldon's
Mhm.
so right because he was saying not too long ago, he was saying that some parents are, because they have so many kids and they're not able to financially take care of them, you know
Mhm.
all at once. They send them, they just dispatch them to other family members and even community members. And sometimes those kids end up, it might as well you break your one crackers and you share it between all of your pitney them and let them
Which
stay
is
under your
right.
roof.
Mhm.
Yeah, might as well you do that. You make all of them stay under your roof because you send them out there and that's the kind of abuse that they meet, they're faced with. They don't have no comeback to come back from it.
Right.
They have no, it's like you, and then they will grow and they will despise you. They will
Resent you
despise you
too.
because, yes, that resentment grow up into hate, like, it just develop into hate because you put them, you send away some and then you have some at the home. They're not going to look on it as okay, you just want better for me, that's why you send me to somebody else. Most likely they're going to look at it as I wasn't enough and that is why you give me away. And because I wasn't enough, because why you keep this one and send me? Why this one?
Right.
Why it was me? They're gonna feel like they weren't enough, and that is why,
You did what you did.
And then now they're living with abuse. It can be sexual, it can be physical, it can be mental, whatever abuse it is. They're living with it, and they're traumatized by it for the rest of their lives. They have to live with that. They have to
And
live
I'm
with that
telling you,
torment.
that sexual abuse, man, is something that it never gets out of your head.
Yeah,
It
and
never goes anywhere.
Natalie is correct. Natalie said they only realize the abuse when the parents pass on, sadly.
And that's
Because
true. When
now
it's
they're living
late.
in regret. Now they're living
Mm-hmm.
in regret. They're looking at, oh my God, I did treat my mother this way, I did treat my father this way, I should have done this, I should have. No, they're in mental torment.
Mm-hmm. What could I have done better?
Mm-hmm.
Or the saying the where them say if me did know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Maxine said trying to join but not getting through.
Trying to join.
Probably she wants to come on the live.
I don't know. She would have to go hit the link.
And she'd have to have the StreamYard, and she probably
Mm-hmm.
not gonna be asked. Is she trying to join from her phone?
Maybe.
She can't do that. It won't allow
Yeah,
her.
it's harder to join from a mobile device.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
Sheldon, when you walked away, we were talking about the point that you touched earlier, where you said that um, when sometimes the parents can't afford to take care of their kids because they have so many of them, so they cannot financially afford to feed them, or just to care for them in
Yeah.
general, and so they dispatch them to community members or family members, and they go out there and they encounter all these abuse, physically, sometimes mentally, sometimes sexually, and then now they're adults living with those abuse that has been inflicted on them from an early age, and they will never get over it because it traumatizes them. So every
Mm-hmm.
little thing can cause them to trigger and remember what they went through, and now they grow up and they might resent their family, resent their parents.
Yeah, the majority that happens to, and for some persons, they learn from that experience and they either become an adult very early, meaning that they take on life faster than other kids their age, because
Mm-hmm.
I would say I had a similar case growing up, but mine was
Mm-hmm.
about doing a lot of work, a lot of work, a
Mm.
lot of work, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Yeah, man. So,
But to use it to shape yourself into a better
yeah,
person, right?
it has made me become a mature person from an early age, to
Mm-hmm.
understand life from an early age. So,
Mm-hmm.
when I grew up and started working, I was able to propel faster than other persons because I knew hard work. So,
Mm-hmm.
looking
You
back,
have
I would say
experience.
there are some benefits from it, but I would not encourage other kids to
Mm-hmm.
go through what I went through.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, too,
People.
looking back, and because I remember days, when the grandkids would come over,
Mm-hmm.
the grandkids of those elderly people, and me being the person who's not a member of the family,
Right.
the treatment was different. And looking back, all I can say is that's life. Yeah, man.
And Sheldon, I can attest to that. For me, growing up as a child, it was rough. My childhood was rough. One that I sometimes don't like to talk about because I sometimes tend to get emotional. But a lot
Yeah,
of kids suffer during that process where, like what you just said, where you go over and because you are not immediate family, it's a different treatment.
yeah, man. Totally, 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 totally. There are some things that I will not talk about on here, but I tell you,
Uh, Thank you. Blessings forever. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate, and I will definitely check you out once you are a content creator. I will come and show my support.
yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yep.
And
Yes,
thanks to
Sheldon,
Lovey
I
Dovey Blogs
totally
for
get you.
sending you over here.
Yeah, it's sometimes you sit down and you smile, you
Hmm.
smile and say,
Yeah.
I live through that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I live through
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Hmm.
But
Sometimes I have to
back,
Totally
say
back in
that.
the
understand.
day, before you had the stove and them something there,
Hmm.
and in the country, firewood, firewood.
Yes,
People.
man.
We as
Yeah.
boys have to go
uh,
get a bush.
the other
And get
day
the
I
bram
was
bram.
You can't find it, you have to go find it and come back a yard.
exactly
Yeah.
the
For the
other day
bram
I was
bram too.
house hunting and I came across this house where they had, the iron where you put in the fire thing
Yeah, man.
inside of
Fire,
it.
fire
Yes.
cool,
And I'm
yeah.
looking at it, I'm like, I wish these people could just give me this iron figure, show me kids them. I took a picture of it because I'm like, me used to use the iron here when me I got high school, when me I
Yeah,
got head with
man.
a little, me use
Yeah,
your
man.
iron for
Hmm.
clothes.
I ain't no clothes, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Man, that was reality. That was reality.
listen.
That was
Hmm.
reality, my dear. And back in our country, you had to walk some long journeys to
Talk
get
about
some
it.
things for people to people.
Yes.
And no
Listen.
If
taxi. Them not, no
yeah,
taxi not take you up. You have to
No.
no,
walk
no,
that
no.
long journey.
Hmm.
You got to deliver this here and come back. And when you come back, you got to deliver this over there, so. Yo,
I
rough.
remember
Yo,
all too
not to
well.
mention if you need a figure water, Sheldon, you need a figure pipe.
Yes, man. For me, well, no, the pipe thing was at my personal home. But I have to go up pipe
Okay.
and get water. So that not so
Well,
bad,
that's
you know. And I remember the brush when you have to use when you use a
And
shoe
shine
spot,
the
the shoe
floor.
polish, and then you use a brush and shine the
Lord
floor.
Jesus Christ.
You have to clean church. I had to clean church with that.
Oh God. Oh
Yeah,
God.
shoe polish and brush.
Shall let you clean
Oh,
church the
you
whole
did
I had
not
to
time.
use
clean church
money
with
for
that.
genie floor polish.
Swim for me knee, a clean church on Saturday.
Oh
So you
my
never
Little
thought about
money.
you
God.
put up use your foot bottom and rub it.
Everything, and sometimes the brush has split pan, come apart pan, you
Broke
have to get
that
the next
too.
brush. Yeah,
Oh
blocking
my
that too.
God.
Yeah, man, enough
Oh
things to go
my
through.
God.
Enough things.
And then when you don't polish that floor, you have to take one cloth and rub it. Rub it.
Super supernova Gaza, bless up yourself.
Yeah,
Oh my
man.
God, man.
But you
Maxine is
And
learn,
when
saying
that
wood fire. Wood fire, eh? Uno never have to
listen,
blow wood fire yet.
of course,
man, me
Betty,
say when it
of
not
course.
light and that smoke at Tokyo.
Yo,
I
I have
remember,
tough.
I remember when you see the same wood fire, you
Hmm.
have to use the wood fire and cook the rice and peas. Them say gas stove can't use it. No gas stove, Sheldon. Go get the wood, make up the fire, and cook the rice
And
and
cook the
peas food there.
peas. Cause the
Yeah?
gas I go down, you go do put too much pressure upon the
They don't
gas.
want to use them, so you
Yes,
have to use the
yes.
fire and do it.
They said the wood fire make the rice and peas taste better.
Now,
Like,
like, Betty, I'm a good person, but we have some
Oh
resentment. Sometimes we have some resentment towards
look here.
people
What
that
me
we grew up
couldn't
with.
think, say Betty not drink cornmeal porridge. Me not drink cornmeal porridge.
my. You had enough?
I've had enough. Look here, if my grandmother cook rice and the rice soft, she just throw a tin of condensed milk in that. All that at
Oh
dinner.
my God.
When that drop in your belly by 7 o'clock, you're asleep or you're heavy. Oh,
Yeah.
man. I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
The life, you know, the life, the life,
Oh.
you know. Yeah, man.
Natalie
And
says, lol, me never used to wood fire, only watch my grandma doing it. But it was the best.
yeah, and the next thing to you know, back in the day, you know, you never have lawnmower. So then give
You
you
have to
one
weed
machine and say,
and
go cut the lawn. You get one machine as a boy and say, go cut the lawn. You have to
you
cut
better
that,
go cut it too.
cut it good too. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man,
All
them
them
things are the rough,
something there.
man.
Only
But
for abuse that
Yeah,
in your
talk about
channel,
lawn.
no brother.
Yeah, talk about lawn. We have to cut bush because in a in a Clarendon, your parents, your grandparents have big farms. So you have to go weed up grass out of the bush. weed up grass out of the farm. I mean, I'm like,
yeah, all that too.
man. I mean,
Yeah,
I
man.
never had to do it, but yeah, my cousins did it.
I did everything. Everything.
Me
I
do
did
the
everything.
whole works. Me care water. Me use the self-heater iron. Me blow the wood fire. Me and my brother go river when them say them put this up them pies in the river and the fishes and the shrimp come
And
out
they
from
fish
where they
them.
are and you just go catch them. Yeah, the whole works.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But looking back, you know,
Them shrimp nice, you know. Them shrimp that nice.
Listen,
yeah,
people, I remember one time, right? Me and my brother, we never have lunch. And we are go home lunchtime. So when lunchtime we are go home. And we are work, I go home, you know, we look over the wall, like up on the roadside, but you look over and the water deep, you know, and we see one fish afloat, like the fish are struggling, you know. And as kids, me and him decide, say, listen, we are gonna catch that fish there. So we go down at the river and we take off we bag and things, you know, and we a walk on river stone and everything. Cause we decide, say, we are gonna catch the fish and carry it home. And me I tell you, say, you know, if him drop off in the water, me can't save him cause me can't swim. And the water deep till it green. But
Oh
people,
God.
we did catch that fish there and carry him home, you know, and we got him everything. And no
yeah,
happy like we can we are eat fish for food, you know. Oh.
yeah, you know,
Mhm.
yeah, those kind
Tanisha.
of learnings. Those kind of learnings, you know.
When Shell tell me say he clean church every week, me want ball. Big whole church.
Life, people, life, you know.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Sheldon,
It's
they
okay.
wicked
It's
to you
okay,
not serious
Sheldon.
abuse that they make a clean
No,
church.
it's all right. God see it
Yeah,
and God bless you.
yeah, man. I'm a blessed
Because you're
person
not
right
making
now,
your
you
house clean.
know. Yeah, polish and coconut brush. Yes,
Not God.
Natalie.
Natalie Nita said she used to clean church too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Polish with
okay.
coconut brush and genie floor polish because that the polish they don't have to use, right?
Yes.
Yeah, man, the red one. Yeah,
Mhm.
man, the
Oh
genie,
my
The
genie,
red
God.
one.
genie,
Or
genie.
the yellow one. They have the yellow one
Mm-hmm.
too. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yellow one
most
with
Mm-hmm.
people have the
clear
red
floor.
floor.
Yeah, yeah, clear
hmm
floor.
But when you carry that water, right, in them bottle, in the gallon bottle, or even the other bottle, them and your fingertip
Mm-hmm.
on your hot, anyway.
No, man, you didn't get bad from that. At home, at my home, mommy and everything, we used to have
Mm-hmm.
the kaya with the bill for your head, and you put on a bucket on your head top. So you have one on your head and one on your hand. But that was
Oh
fun.
my
That was fun.
God,
That was back home. That was back home. So that was fun.
Oh God.
man, them little foot here,
Yeah,
they
walk some
tough.
long journey too. And and everybody can relate to this, but with a bucket on your head, you broke
Mm-hmm.
some bush and put in it.
I
So that
use
when
a
you
banana
start,
leaf, a dry
yeah,
banana
when you
leaf
start
and
move,
wrap
yeah,
it. Dry banana leaf and make a cutter.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the cutter, but the water upon your head. When you fill the bucket, you have to put some bush in it so that when it
It not
starts
splash
swaying,
out.
it will splash out. Yeah. Yeah, man.
No.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I saw you go there.
I want me feel
The
like
physics.
Sheldon did live with me live during his childhood.
But remember, me a Manchester and you're Clarendon, so they're nearby, you know?
I Clarence.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Tanisha says she'd have to rake up one big yard and she afraid of frog. And frog always on that little cool leaf them.
Natalie says she carry water by hand. She now put nothing on her head.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was hard work, man. Those were hard work.
Yeah, but looking back, it build, you know, to become better
It
human
is.
beings.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it make you humble,
Mm-hmm.
it make
I
you
used
feel better.
Natalie Nita say I used to hate Fischel Gungo peas. She did afraid of worm. Girl.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
that's not so bad, you know. Who's a pick pimento? Pick pimento, pick pimento.
Mm-hmm. One
Anybody's a
thing
pick
I am
pimento?
guilty. One thing I am guilty of when I used to live in the country, and when I go to visit my mother in Kingston, she would have give me carrot fi cut up. And people, me then not cut up carrot something there. So you usually have one window right at the side of the house. Me and my sister them just look through the window. Once them nasty we, what I keep watch, I wanna look, fling when no fire carrot them.
Nice.
So I will
Oh
time
my
them a
God.
clean up round there, them a find how much carrot and how much things round there. And listen.
Oh my God.
The life, you know, the life, the life, the life.
Yeah, but what were you saying about the pimento, Sheldon? What were you
Yeah, I
saying
was
about the
asking if you
pimento?
guys know about picking pimento.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
You know
I
about
never picked no pimento. No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
That was difficult, you know. You had to pick like a bucket
You
of
know what
pimento
was
per
difficult?
day. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
go
go
on,
ahead.
please. Yeah, go on, go on.
You
You
know
go
what was
on.
difficult? Any of you ever do the coconut, not coconut, cocoa chocolate? We call it chocolate.
Oh, when you have to
Anybody ever
beat it in the
beat it and then
mortar
you have to
and then you have to
no,
dig
no,
it
no,
and
no, before it reached that process, before pick it off of the tree, broke it on rock or cut it and then dig it out of the shell.
oh, I used to eat that.
Oh yeah, I had to do that. My grandfather grew we call it chocolate. We call it chocolate from them. We call it chocolate from that stage. So he grew he used to sell that. So we had to go and prepare it to go and sell it. And man, I used to bust out my fingernails, blood and everything running down, digging it out of
Ow,
the man.
ow, ow, ow.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. The life, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm gonna try to find out here
Mm-hmm.
one matter. You know, I used to beat can I make asham and them something there.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Oh
asham,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
asham. Yeah, you have to grind
I
it
Yeah.
want
up.
make asham again.
Can man, can.
Oh.
So
And sugar.
yeah. So first you put the can in the pot and kind of the can kind of cool. And then you put
Mm-hmm.
this metal thing now, the one, and you have one metal thing is and beat it.
Mm-hmm.
And you beat it and get it on a hot up. They get fine, you know? Yeah,
Yeah.
asham.
And
Just like the
you put
coffee.
sugar, right?
Yeah, man, we get it sweet. Yeah. It's a
Okay.
asham now.
So you beat
And
it
the
out
drink
just like
more
the
kind.
coffee.
Yeah, man, yeah, just like the coffee. Just like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like the
Mm-hmm.
coffee, yeah.
And you can't
Yeah, man.
complain.
Mhm. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah, but
Natalie. Asham is chocolate. Drink enough water.
for some reason asham remind me of thinking too, you know.
Yeah, you're so afraid to eat it, but yeah, eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes, 10. The comment that 10 have there.
But you see, these chores we didn't have any choice. So in the moment, it wasn't a problem, but looking back now, we abuse exactly. So it chimes into a long time we are go through abuse, whether we like it or
Yeah.
not, because
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't our poor little it wasn't our obligation to clean church. It was our obligation for sometimes your poor little neck a wobble with the bucket of
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, say if you care water, yes, but give it two back, You get the
We,
don't be a struggle if you put up your water on your head.
we did
Abuse.
have we did have donkey too. We did have donkey and mule. So like, but also the donkey we
Outside. So
used to
this a
carry
girl I did a
water.
rich girl. A long time you're
Yeah.
festive.
As if you have done you rich.
You know. So
Yeah.
you
So
abuse the animals, Venice. You
Yeah.
care water.
you see when we
That's,
sometimes Shelly will load up the
yeah.
donkey with the water and the donkey and the way back and me decide to me not walk, so me I ride the donkey with the water too.
Abuse.
Yeah. Abuser.
Poor animal. Oh
We
my
say
God.
when you beat that donkey and the donkey start gallop. Those were some good life. It was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
It
yeah,
was.
Patrick. Yeah, not Quail Clan. Patrick Maxine.
Yes, Tanisha, me used to sell where the coconut, the coconut and the carrot cap on Sunday. My mother always want do when you grate a coconut for rice and peas. When you grate at the part of your finger always get cut.
Woo!
Look here. The biggest
Yeah.
piece of coconut gone through the window.
Oh yeah, and when you agree to the coconut and your finger, like you miss, and then your finger get greater instead of
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
My God. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Right. As Shelly said, I look at me holding my finger because I remember the trauma.
Yeah, man. So
The trauma that comes from it.
yes, I get greater.
Yeah,
Yes, I
them
get
part
greater.
here.
Yes, I get greater.
Mm-hmm.
Lord
Mm-hmm.
of mercy. Yeah,
Is
Mm-hmm.
these
man.
two finger the most? These two
Yeah.
fingers get all the greater of. So you see, as soon as you said Shelly, me grab my finger.
Yeah.
As soon as you say it, I grab my finger because I
Oh
felt
my
it.
God. Natalie say, and them call we from our games, we pass this and pass that. And even when we are sitting next to it, I realize I'm doing the same thing to my nieces and nephews. Me not do that. But my grandmother did guilty of that. All when time the pen they write in her yai, she call you, pass the matches and the matches they beside her.
Me guilty. Me tell my son for come pass it. Give me, I need the right over this son.
You pass the
But
remote.
he love do things to me. Like he's so, it's like he wants to. It's like I always come around him and leave him game and come like, Mom, you all right? You want anything, Mom? Yeah, that's how he is. So I'm like, JT, I'm fine. Stop asking me if I'm okay the whole day.
Okay. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
The entire day. Yeah.
Tanisha said she used to love making drops. Listen. Anything when me
Mm-mm.
have to cut up and greater and all of those things, people. Anytime if I do it, my face drop down. You're gonna swear think I hungry, all when my belly full.
Oh, Tanisha said she did the cocoa too. Yes, not chocolate, it's cocoa. Yeah. She did the cocoa too, where she have to ox it out and then take it out of the pod and whatever. Yeah. Yes, so Tanisha, you never bust out your fingernail doing it.
Bust
Yeah.
out your fingernail doing the cocoa thing.
Yeah. It's like you
Look
put your
here,
hand in there.
my grandfather used to sell cocoa, but when me and my brother them broke the cocoa, we suck off all of the sweetness off of it, then we put in the bucket. We used to suck off the cocoa, especially the white pretty one
Mm-hmm.
them.
Oh yes, the sweet, sweet one. We did it too.
Yep.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
not all of them, but because we couldn't eat so much, it was too many. But yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
did that too. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Childhood, it was rough, but it was nice. We did all these things, and we did it willingly. For the most part, we did a lot of it willingly because that's what we knew. That's what we were
Yeah, that's
accustomed to,
what we
and life was
knew. We
Mm-hmm.
never had technology to distract us.
Right.
right.
And neither did the parents had it either. So all they knew and saw was just us. So because we were their technology, we were their
Mm-hmm.
technology.
Right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
so but we are better people for it.
Not to mention when they used to beat you and tell you say don't cry.
Oh yeah,
They still do.
come and come and take the beating. Come.
Mm-hmm.
What
Or
you
they
cry
send you,
for?
hey,
What you cry for?
I'll send your feet the same belt where them are gonna use abuse you, them send you feet.
Boss. They were bosses. They were bosses. You can call them boss. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Jesus.
They
But
were-
if, but Betty and Venice and team here, primary school. Remember now, when you get beaten, you line up your beating, you line up your beating, you can't go nowhere.
Yes.
You line up your
Mhm.
beating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mhm. And when you take that first lick in your hand,
Now your hand, hold up your hand.
Yeah.
when you
You know?
take, and
Yeah.
you get all of them, you get all of them, all 10,
Yeah.
15 or whatever, you take it,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, woo, you start crying, you rub your hand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I laughed that. And it was normal. It was normal, guys.
Oh my God.
Hey, me
It
and
was
my brother usually when we are go home and we feel say we are gonna get beaten, we usually
courage.
spit pan them say if you spit pan leaf
From
and
the
throw it
stone.
behind you.
Let me say, forget courage. You know courage is to get courage. Rubbing your hand, me go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, courage. One thing called courage.
So that no scratch.
Oh,
Not your
yeah,
hand,
so me
not your
understand.
hand, me go. Not in your hand, me go. You scratch it on your skin, but not your hand, me go.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
So like when
what
you
it does, what it does for the beating?
well,
Natalie said those were really
somehow,
the best days though. I
somehow
think
it
it
can get in
helped
your
in
hand.
grooming us to be
Yeah, man.
better persons we are now, which is true.
And Betty,
Mhm.
to that point, because back in that day, say if you're late for school, you're gonna get beaten.
Oh God.
If you're late for school, you get
Mhm.
beaten. Yeah,
If you don't do
And I
your
walk
homework,
go
if you don't
school.
do your homework,
you get beaten.
And yeah,
mhm,
walk go to school. So
And you
it
walk
just
to
go
school.
you're
it just
getting
goes
beaten.
to tell us guys that listen, abuse a come from you once you come off a breast, man.
Yeah, man.
And that's how it starts.
Let's start.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
and for some of us, the abuse
Mhm.
make us better person, and for some of us, the abuse make us become abusers.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And for some of us it makes us think it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Yes,
Mhm.
it's okay. We I got this. I'm getting abused, but I'm okay. And it's okay to endure it.
Yeah,
No.
And then the other part of that is that some of us weren't mentally able to manage it, so now we have psychological problem.
Mhm.
yeah. Sadly,
Mhm.
sadly,
So that's
sadly,
the next
sadly.
thing that it does to some people. Mhm.
Yeah, sadly, my dear.
Mhm.
And some people it takes a toll on them emotionally.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yep.
yeah. But it's strong. I was strong.
Boy, I mean, I don't know if me did weak or strong.
Yeah,
I don't know if me did weak or strong, but I used to cry a lot.
Okay. Well,
I
let's say
don't
most
remember if I bust my nails, but I love to do it. Yes, Betty, I used to suck off the cock of it through. Mm-hmm. Tastes well good too, man. Well good.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But
life.
Man.
I will always say though, if you know somebody, because if it's not you or me, it's going to be the next person.
Mhm.
Somebody out there is going through something, and somebody is waiting for us to say that word to say, do you need somebody to talk to?
Mhm.
They're
And
just waiting
Do
for
you
that.
need some help?
So,
Beauty,
don't ignore the warning signs.
yeah. And on that same point, sometimes persons are going through something and they just want somebody who they can trust that I will tell you what I'm going through, but leave it there. Don't
Mm-hmm.
tell nobody. But I just want to talk about it. I want to talk
Mhm.
about it. I want to let it out.
Mm-hmm.
They just want
Yep.
a listening ears. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
They just need a listening ear, Venice. You're right.
Mm-hmm. And then
And
you have those people
it's
that
good
just
to
sit down and
listen.
wither.
Yeah, it's good to listen and not be judgmental.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Don't be
Yes,
judgmental
yes,
because
it is very
sometimes you
important.
listen and you
Mm-hmm.
judge and you just push them further away from you to the point where you cannot even save
Mm-hmm.
them.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
It's
in
a
that
lot.
same breath, in that same breath, because some of us have healing spirit. You know,
Hmm.
like healing spirit. We're fixers. If you understand what I mean, it's like, we've been through so much, so
Hmm.
we have so much to like offer. Or we have so much compassion and sympathy. It's like you were naturally made like that. So make sure that when you're giving of yourself to others, because when somebody come to you with all this, the stuff that they go through, they unburden it on you. You receive
Hmm.
it in your spirit, because sometimes you end up crying for that person. So it's like you take it on yourself. The
Yes.
emotions hit you. So make
Hmm.
sure that when you're helping those people, you also have a way of a method of unburdening yourself from what you just received, so that
Right.
you don't just stay stuck with that kind of energy. You have to
Yeah.
find a way to unburden it. Hmm.
That's a good point, Venice. Good point. Very
That's
good
true.
point.
Because sometimes you really think you're helping when you don't even realize. Say you take on somebody else's problem where you know you're not equipped to
Yeah.
deal with,
Sometimes they're too
and
big for
now
you, you
it
know.
energy
becomes
energy
yes, and now it
energy
becomes your
transfer.
problem, and then
Hmm.
you rub off that problem on everybody that comes in your path.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, like Natalie
Hmm.
said, you're absorbing their energy. Yes,
Hmm.
absolutely.
You're absorbing the bad energy, whatever
Hmm.
energy comes along with that person.
Yeah.
And sometimes some
Yeah.
people energy really not good enough.
It's not good. Cannot
Hmm.
be good. Yeah.
As I said, Venice, sometimes we are very helpful, we can't help ourselves, but it's a help.
Hmm.
Yeah, and Telpo self is like tough head, the tough head.
It's just helping,
But I know a lot, but
Yeah.
I know a lot of
Hmm.
females. I know a lot of us females are guilty for that emotional and verbal abuse to our spouses, husband,
Hmm.
boyfriend, whatever, boo, baby, anything, whatever you call him. A lot of us females
Yeah.
are guilty.
Guilty of it,
Hmm.
and we have to learn. We have to be aware. Learn to be aware and make sure that we're not doing that to the people that we think we love, because that's
Hmm.
not love. That's not love.
It's
You
not.
can't. No. I mean, let me tell you something. And some people try to use it as joke, but everybody knows to identify a joke. When you're joking, somebody will know you're joking. But
Right.
when you bring up certain things and talk about certain things at certain particular time, it is no
Hmm.
longer a joke.
No,
It
it's
is
not.
no longer a joke. So don't even try. Yeah, don't manipulate your partner or your loved ones like that, because it doesn't necessarily have to be your partner. Because I
yeah,
mentioned earlier that some people, it's the parents, or even the kids that are being abused. Try not to bring up situations, long gone situations at a time that it is not the issue of that time. deal
Right.
with the deal with that at a different moment, even if you have the urges to bring it up. Like, say for instance,
yeah,
your spouse did something to you today, right? But something happened 10 months ago that you choose not to bring up. Even if in today it remind you, what you did today remind you of that thing that happened 10 months ago. Try not discipline yourself enough to not bring it up today.
So
Deal
what you
with
want
it
me to bite
another
up my
day.
tongue?
Deal with the issue at hand today.
So Venice, you ask them if you bite up
No.
my tongue.
Not saying bite up your tongue. No,
but
I'm not saying bite up your
back,
tongue, but you chose to
yeah,
bite it 10 months ago. For
yeah,
10 months, you've been biting it. So one more day ain't gonna kill you.
But I'm not. I don't do well at digesting things. I always speak on it. If something a bother me, my husband are gonna know say it a bother me.
Yeah.
Me I go shed some
And,
light on the situation.
and you know, Betty, Denise, and females in the group, in relationships, sometimes women tend to want to use sex as a PowerPoint where they will boast to them friends and they will say, yo, because the man now be the same, I'm not give him nothing. That is still abuse.
And the
That is
friend go
abuse.
get it.
That's not right.
Listen, me not, I can I'm not guilty of that one. I'm a person who will do it and then whatever we did argue about, it resume. The vex resume. Mm-hmm.
I remember a
Mm-hmm.
past relationship. A past relationship. My ex had boast to her friends, say, say, about 2 weeks now, I'm not give nothing. I never take for
Jesus.
myself.
2 weeks.
I never take for myself.
Celibacy.
Celibacy.
I
Or
have to
a
rest.
drought. Which
Take for myself, man.
Where's the Sheldon? 2 weeks? 2 weeks are
mm-hmm.
you take for yourself?
She had boast to her friends, say, that's wrong,
Natalie
man.
saying exactly when insult slash belittling comes in disguised jokes. And that's true. Sometimes
Yeah.
people be
Mm-hmm.
thinking they're making a joke when listen, we know y'all are serious.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
telling the truth. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
And it's like a double in that breath. It becomes like a double insult because you're insulting my intelligence at the same time you're actually not unintentional because you intend to do it, but you're doing it trying to disguise
Not
it
you know
basically,
say
as Natalie said.
Natalie say don't keep bringing up the old news. Deal with the issue at hand and come to a possible solution, even if it means agreeing to disagree. Me nah do that agree disagree something there. Because sometimes
Yeah,
it
well,
turns around to bite you.
but agreeing to disagree, you know what that is? That is called compromising, and every
Mhm.
relationship need compromise. So agreeing
I
to
think
disagree.
the foundation of every relationship is
Mm-hmm.
communication and learning to compromise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
If
That's true.
if
That's
you
true.
don't have
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have that, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you're agreeing to disagreeing, all right. So it's for example, because I like to use examples. Like say for instance, I like to eat at this place, but my husband doesn't like to eat there, but he doesn't prefer that place, but he doesn't have a problem eating there. But the place that he prefers, I'm allergic to something there. I'm allergic. Whenever I go there, I don't feel well. I get sick. Just a wild scenario. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And we talk about it. I think that it would be better for him to agree that, you know, agree or
Hmm.
compromise and go to the place that I want to go to because we both are comfortable at that location instead of putting me in a very uncomfortable situation. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's
Yeah. Yeah.
agree to disagree with, you
Yeah.
get what? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Probably not a good analogy, but yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Hmm.
And relationship is about maturity and compromise. If you're not mature, don't go into a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Don't go
Yeah.
into a relationship. Just go into the ship. Just
Really,
go into the ship.
don't go don't go into the relation. Leave off the relation.
Yeah.
Listen, just jump. Just jump in the
And
ship.
I
Be a,
feel that I feel that persons have to have only one or two relationships of experiences sometimes before they go into that final one because if you don't have no experience of going to one, sometimes a problem if you don't
you're
know
not going
nothing.
to know yet. Yeah, you're not going to know what you did wrong and know what you don't need to do.
Yeah.
You're so correct. You're on point, Sheldon. Yeah,
Hmm.
you're not going to know what you have no learning experience.
That's true. That's true.
You have
That's
no
true,
learning
Denise.
experience.
Because in our younger years, most of us men, we go into a relationship because we want to have sex. We're not thinking about nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else. But as the years
Yeah.
progress, you start to learn more stuff and say, yeah, this is more than just about sex. It's about building a life.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna
Mm-hmm.
come along, how
It's
do I
about
put
respect.
myself in a position to take care of kids and those things. So you learn after probably about two
Mm-hmm.
or three relationships.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, as you mentioned just now, that a lot of us go in initially in relationships because of the desire to have intimacy,
Mm-hmm.
but not realizing that there is much more to a relationship than that. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. For me, it is respect. Respect is very important, because
Mm-hmm.
Very.
even if you fall, in a relationship, you can fall in and out of love with your partner. But if you
Yes.
respect your partner, care for their
Mm-hmm.
well-being, regardless of you falling in and out of love, you not and in and out of love doesn't mean you don't love the person anymore. It just mean that sometimes the passion that you have in the beginning, die down a little, and sometimes you have to do a little
Yeah.
work to ignite it. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So if y'all falling in and out of love in a relationship, and y'all don't know to have respect and still have compassion and care for that person, to make sure that you're protecting their just protecting their mind space, protecting
Mm-hmm.
basically just protecting what y'all have. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Then when you're out of love, you might find yourself in situation where you're doing things to hurt that person, and then by the time you realize it, it's too late, and you lose out on a good thing.
And a good
You get
thing.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's true. It happens. It happens, my dear. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, things are not always the same. You fall in and out of love in relationships a lot,
Yeah, man. As Natalie is
but
saying,
once you have that respect,
yeah, respect goes a very far way. Respect, 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 respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
commitment, because you can still not be in love, or you're not so passionate at this moment, but you're still committed to your family.
Right.
Yeah.
Respect is paramount. It's the pillar of a great
It, mhm,
relationship.
it
Respect,
is.
communication, and
Mhm.
compromising.
Yeah.
Foundation.
Because
That
when you
is
have
Foundation.
true.
respect and care for the person, when you have respect and care for the person that you're with, no matter what y'all are going through, y'all will make time to
Mm-hmm.
really understand. I try to understand
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
what it is that the other person might be faced with, some things that you can't see with your bare eyes, but
Mm-hmm.
you will take that time to sit down and listen to that person and try to understand where it is they're coming from.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Betty, you realize when you start to dig into the topic, it goes all over the place. But
Mm-hmm.
it's the reality of
Mhm.
it. It's the
Mm-hmm.
reality of it,
Mhm.
my dear.
Because everything that we touched on, whatever you went through during your childhood, from cleaning church to everything, that was a form of abuse. If you look at it,
Mhm.
because you were
Mhm.
innocent to all of those things that you was being subjected to.
Mhm.
So whether you like it or not, whether you buck your toe 10 times when you carry a bucket of water there, trust me, it is a pain where you live with for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Kill and over saying don't fall and stand up in a relationship, fall in and out of love.
I say, Natalie, I don't fall, I stand in my relationship. Facts though.
Boss.
She's right. The boss has spoken.
Come, Betty, bop it, Natalie. Betty, bop it. The boss talk. The boss talk.
Dog, hush up over here.
That's right. Hmm.
Hush up over here, so. Mm. True. Natalie is saying true. I don't understand how a partner call another derogatory names while arguing, then make love later. That must be uncomfortable. Talk
That's
truth.
weird. That is
Unless
weird.
unless I foreplay for
That
them,
is
you know.
actually.
And I'm
Some people, some
like,
people, no, some people weird enough. Some people are weird
how
because
can
they
you just
foreplay.
curse
Hmm.
me out and be like, so may I get some tonight?
Yeah, man, I foreplay. I
Oh
want to have
no,
foreplay.
that is so corny. Just to think about it is so corny.
But it, I say,
Like
you know.
respect. Let me
Yeah,
tell you, respect and love and care. All of those little things, they're more of a turn on than even material things. Like you can go buy me a what them call it. You can buy me the most expensive car or put me in the most expensive house, or you can have it for yourself. It will not attract me one bit.
That me said
One
too.
bit. Yeah, none of that attract me. I don't care. You have to have
Money,
respect.
listen, money, flashy cars, nothing.
It never catch me eye.
yeah.
Never.
No, no beat when
I
a
don't
woman have
understand.
her own and can hold her own. Where you know say if you and
Yeah,
your partner fall apart tomorrow morning, you can catch up yourself.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And to
Mm-hmm.
each its own, to each its own. Like if that's what somebody like, then that's what they like. But I cannot relate to being with a person solely because they have, because of the material things. Like I can't. I don't know what that feeling is like. How people come by that feeling. It's
Yeah,
weird. To me,
yeah,
it's weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
As I say, no, Venice, everybody have them preference. Everybody have them stick a bush,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
all sticks are different. So
Yeah.
it's just the reality. But I think you and I was grown up a particular way. We have certain morals and values, and those are what
Mm-hmm.
allow us to choose the paths that we travel on in
Mm-hmm.
this life.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Your foundation have a lot to do with it.
Oh yeah,
Although a lot
man.
of people stray from their
Education.
foundation.
And that is why our kids right now when they're growing up, we have to try to ensure that we help them build a
Mm-hmm.
proper foundation.
Hmm.
Because decades from
Yeah,
now,
transfer it.
this foundation is what is going to let them be who they be.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they will learn things along the
Hmm.
way, but the
Mm-hmm.
foundation now is very important.
Yep. It's vital.
Yeah, it is. Very. Yeah,
So Natalie is saying it's a personality for me.
it is.
Yeah, personality, You gotta have an
Yeah.
awesome personality.
Cause baby, it's the love for me. It's the love for me.
Right. The, p-
Yes.
the personality, the communication, and nice teeth and good breath.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Nice
Nice
teeth and
clean.
good breath. Good breath.
Yeah, sure,
That
Nice,
part.
nice fresh clean breath.
Tanisha.
That part, Shelly.
Yeah.
Man, that part is very important. The
Oh
last
God.
part. Yeah.
Dental
Yeah.
hygiene.
Whoa. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah,
Boy.
it's something that you have
Boy.
to check, check yourself, check yourself.
Me when me wake
Don't
up
let
a morning
somebody check
time, me
it
not
for you.
nobody talking to nobody face, me just go and get up.
Well, me get used to Tina, so me talk in her face. Me say, babe, what? Up in her face. Up in her face. Yeah.
Watch I watch Tanisha over there wink up her eye, like
Let me tell you, I'm
like
very, I'm
yeah,
very,
yeah, try to tolerate it. Me hope
I'm
you
very
get it. I'm
spiteful.
trying to tolerate it.
I'm very spiteful, and I am not equal. I'm not equal in my relationship. Like me, my husband can't do it to me, but I'll get up and I'll be like,
Venice, you're wicked.
We, will you get up
Yeah.
and do Denise?
Blow that man face.
Jesus.
The things I do to
Try
him
knock out him.
sometimes.
Abuse.
No, I'm alarm. Wake him up.
Abuse.
You're waking up.
When is you over there, abuse the man.
Wake him up, Diana. Lord Jesus, I said the things I do
Yeah.
to him sometimes.
Yeah, but that goes to show that you know you and your partner have a good relationship, you know.
Oh,
Mhm.
Because some partners are still afraid, you know, of doing certain things around their partner, you know, even fart. Like, can make you smell the fart in the guy, you know. No, you're cooking for your partner, man. Like sometimes, you know, and the fan blow back in their face and you say, Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Hush, hush, hush.
You said what? You said, oh God. He said, "Ush." Mm-mm.
No, sir.
Natalie said, "Why you doing Venice?" Because I don't know why I do it. I don't know. Like I do something
What's
to
up,
him.
Tanisha? What's up? What's up? I am here. I am here.
I'm glad the way he is. I'm so happy and appreciative for how he can
I
be.
see Tanisha, if she come over here, so come show off, hey, my sugar daddy. Me hear your tone of voice round there, no, Tanisha.
Mm-hmm. She gonna get salt tonight.
Yeah, you know, like she's saying something, you know, like, hey, I need to get taken care of tonight, you know.
That's why I'm going to make sure I get her that spray.
Tanisha, make sure you box him tonight. Box him loud.
Just
Look at
time up.
Natalie, I said, because if you fart for me.
Listen.
Natalie. Oh my God.
I figure discipline uno anus.
You know what me ask him? He asked him, I said, why you never plug it up and put the hose outside?
My God.
My mouth is very slick. So oh my God.
She's gonna come on the live and say good night to you all. Go look for her.
Hey, something I go and carry rain a fall here too. All day rain a fall.
It's a good night, right?
It's a good night.
It's a good night to hear rain a beat on zinc.
Yeah, you know, and nowadays, you know,
those
guys.
days. I miss those days. Now you're there in your house, sometimes you don't even know when rain a fall. You have to look outside to know.
Right, Tanisha? Tanisha says the countryman for me. Listen, Tanisha, it's a countryman for me. Clean church all day, make it holy.
People, I tell you this much, you know. So enough of we come at town, you see, and we call ourselves town people, and I tell lies, say we not come from country. But everywhere I go, I say, a country me come from, you know.
Exactly.
A country me come from.
Right up at Clarendon me come from.
Yeah, me not come from.
No. Why people don't do that? Country to me.
Them do it.
Country to me is more of a pride. Yeah, like me have more pride in a country than
the air is nice and fresh than a country.
Country is a place, man.
Right? Yeah, the ambience.
You used to love Gariva. Not you used to love Gariva like me.
Man. I'm afraid that the first dip. The first dip is the hardest, but yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, people.
Yes, Natalie, Clarendon Street. No.
Yeah.
Run so and come round so.
Yeah.
But I love
it's
you
the
guys.
countryman, yeah, the countryman.
Thank you for keeping my company.
Anytime,
you are welcome. You are welcome, sis. You're welcome.
Me see if Sheldon I go tell me. Me see if Sheldon I go tell me tonight. Betty, where you go?
Huh?
Me say me I watch you tonight and see you go come say, Betty, where you go?
No, what you have to
Where
do,
you go, Betty?
is make it be one nice number. So it can be 2 hours and 15 minutes. So like 290 now, is it that 2.5 hours?
30.
And if you got
So me have
33, you have to go 1 hour. If you got
Yeah.
34, you have to go 1 hour.
so me have to go push it to 10 more minutes.
Yes, man.
Yeah,
30.
of
Exactly
course.
30.
Mhm.
Exactly 30.
All right, so Natalie, Nita, you're not come on screen. Natalie, I wanted you to come on screen. Come talk to us for
Yeah, we could
5
talk
minutes
to her.
or two.
Natalie. You and
You
Betty
are being
right now
summoned.
are on the journey to becoming close to that big milestone. But
Mhm.
Oh
Natalie,
yeah.
you need to do some of these YouTube lives, Natalie.
Mhm.
You have us, Natalie. You have us.
Natalie, come over here, so
We
you
we
have
all
all
have
of
each
us.
other. Mm-hmm.
All you need to go live. Somebody I go come up, they come talk.
Guys, let me tell you this much. You see?
Oh,
You
she
see
said
back,
she want.
you see
Said
back
she
in
want
the
to have
day?
the
Sheldon, look
laptop.
here, Sheldon. Look on the screen.
And I'm afraid to go in there, and I'm afraid to go in there right now. I don't know what she has planned for me.
Boy, where you
In
get
the
that
arrest,
from?
in the arrest,
Said
we
we have
passed
pay
2 hours,
back to you tonight, oh.
Mm-mm.
Oh, hold on, guys. Battery, hold on. Battery power.
Mm-mm.
Betty Sheldon nervous.
No God.
Nervous.
Tanisha said box for you tonight.
You know, this is how I read it. This is how I read. When Sheldon come back, I'll tell him how I read Tanisha a message just now. So you hear me,
Yeah.
Sheldon?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
So when I read that a bit, when I read it, I'm like, enough box for you tonight, oh.
Guys,
No
I
box
wish
for
I,
you
I,
tonight,
I, I wish I could
oh.
capture it and show you guys,
Like the African. Like, yeah.
Nobody box him hard at all.
Yeah, tomorrow's
Box
a big
tonight,
day.
oh.
No
Mm-hmm.
swelling, because tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow's a big
Yes,
day, guys.
Tomorrow,
Big day.
right?
Big day.
tomorrow is my
Tomorrow
husband's
me I come out
birthday.
with my pins. I'm a good, cute self and go on with myself. Mhm.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh,
I
when you
forget
saying
to
that
go get
tomorrow's a
something
Rose
today.
Clark's birthday?
Yep.
Miss Maxine said if all the people leave out of Kingston, it become empty. If all of the country people left town,
Yeah.
then I'll pay a booga go left a town. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Are
Mm-hmm.
we running the town? Are we, yeah, man? Are
Because
we are touching
a
our town
country
right now?
people bring the decency go to town.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The hard work, the hard work, the hard work,
Yes, lovey. Thank you. Great conversation. And
Mm-hmm.
thank you for coming. JX Done Vlog. Thank you for stopping by.
Hey, Betty,
Mm,
Betty and Venice. Them soon call it treat the hard way, the gang, treat the hard way.
mm. Same
Yeah.
so. Same so.
Same so.
Yeah,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anybody
Now,
from the crew
people get
wants to have
used
a
to
life.
us.
Yeah, we'll be there.
People get used
We'll
to
be
us
there.
on the screen.
Just
Yeah,
summon
we'll
us
be there.
and we will be there. We are show up. We are
Natalie,
going to decide. Say, Ven, you go on the live here tonight. Sheldon, what you say? We are show
Yeah.
up? All right.
yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah,
are show
sure.
up.
Yeah.
We are show
Yeah,
up right
man.
through. So,
That's right true.
what she did? Natalie, Nita. So we are going to gang up, come over there on your live stream. Go on with yourself.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Country is
Yes.
luxury right now. Going there tomorrow. So, girl, you go country tomorrow. You go live tomorrow. Which one
No
I go
can
on?
carry me.
Oh no, we're going country early, like very early, like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
No can carry me. Carry back some orange and
Look here, me just want
and
two apple.
banana,
You can
please.
bring me two apple and two mango and two guinea. Just that me want.
Yeah. A mango time. Carry back some mango for me, man. Jeez.
Hopefully we can film some content while we're down there.
Yes,
Yes,
man.
please.
Climb
Yeah.
two mango tree and something.
And so, yeah.
Mhm.
You all
People,
can go live. You all can go
me,
live while you're done there.
me,
I mean, like film live. Yeah.
People, I'm dying to actually sit with some water in front of me and some mango and just wash them and eat
Yeah.
them. And then me
Can
go
I tell you?
sleep. Nobody talk to me. Me just go sleep after me
Yeah,
eat it.
man.
I want it
Yeah.
soaking on my body.
Man, I'm gonna knock you out, man.
I just want to go down and somebody cook me some good food with the
And
good
you know what I
Jamaican
want?
seasoning and the home
Right.
raised chicken.
I
Huh?
just want two good Jamaican boiled banana. You know,
Right,
Jamaican banana
right,
just
right.
soft and nice.
Yes,
Salt
ma'am.
mackerel. It's some salt
Oh,
mackerel, right?
Mm-mm.
hey,
Yes,
my
yes. Some
brother.
run, no, some rundown, some rundown.
My brother don't even talk about the salt mackerel. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't talk about you. You know, I will take the rundown right now, ho.
Yeah, man. Salt mackerel the best, man. It's the best.
Natalie said
Mm-hmm.
once she have her laptop, she will join. Natalie, please, we are urging you to start doing your live stream. We already draw out Venice. Anybody here on the chat, lovey dovey vlog, you need to, if you are go live, just make me, we will get the notification anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But lovey
Yeah.
dovey always I do silent live, you know?
Yeah. I don't understand. You see, the silent lives. I don't understand them, How
I
they
don't know,
work?
you must just say good night and everybody come in and you don't
I have
say
seen the
nothing
persons
and you
post like
just
a
know that
lot.
it's a quiet live. Like Queen, what's her name again? There's a queen in here. Queen TV. Yeah.
I see people doing like
Queen
11 hours.
TV. Her TV is about studying. When you go over there, so you just go in quiet, studying time.
Queen Corner. Mm-hmm.
Queen's Corner TV. She's
Okay.
a studying, yeah. You go over there, so you just a study. So that she's in the live, but she's in the background because she's studying.
So
Oh,
what do
that's a
you?
good live. That's a good
Okay.
live because I be up some hours studying, so
Yeah.
that's not bad actually.
Mhm. Right. Uh Venice, tomorrow is your husband's birthday?
Yeah.
So what keep tomorrow?
Church. Church I keep.
So you mean say you man a go polish and shine church on tonight?
Miss saying better getting coconut brush from tonight. Better,
Big things are
and
going tomorrow.
a red floor polish.
Big things are going from 12 o'clock tonight, Sheldon.
I see. I see. I
Yeah,
see. You know.
and that thing I look forward to. That's the only thing he wants.
Big things are going from 12 o'clock.
And
That's
she
the
don't
only
need no
thing he
spray.
wants for
She
his
don't need no
birthday.
spray, Betty.
Mm-hmm.
No spray.
Mm-hmm. Big things are going.
Sure,
Nice.
Tanisha, I will.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. He's
Yeah.
watching.
Oh. I go make sure me text you tomorrow if you big him up for his birthday.
That's
Yeah,
right.
man.
Are you guys allowed to go out or have like a quarantine time?
Oh no, we are allowed. We're free, but we don't go anywhere.
Okay.
I'm germaphobe, Shelly. Like I'm like weird, so I don't like touching and stuff. I don't like people like, it's weird. It get weird. It get weird here for me, So
So what you
yeah,
cooking
so I don't
tomorrow?
go in.
You do a big chore down.
Yeah, I'm gonna cook him some food. I was I was supposed to do something today and I forget.
Yeah, Natalie.
Oh my
I'm
god! But
supposed to
yeah,
follow you, Natalie.
Hmm? Mhm. So many things to learn on this YouTube journey. That's facts.
hmm
Mhm.
Listen, I have
I learn
learned.
as I go. I learn every day.
Hey, Betty.
Mm-hmm.
It's since we can learn about the bot, the night bot
Mm-hmm.
that is the person's using.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
man.
what's
personalize him
that?
as to whatever you want him. So for
Right.
instance, you
Yeah.
don't want anybody to use emoji on your live, you can use
Yes.
Nightbot to
Yes. Yes.
delete their comment. You can
I'm
personalize it
gonna,
to whatever you
yeah,
want.
man. I'm gonna use him tomorrow. It's my first
Mm-hmm.
time, so it might make some mistake, but is that let's see it work out tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
I'm,
It's a
I'm gonna
learning
try.
process.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Mega
give it a
It's
try
try.
night
uh,
but roll out.
Night
mega
battle rollout.
research
Yeah,
that
night.
because I don't know what that is.
Guys, we
Yeah,
can probably
just go
go
on.
on Zoom
Just
one day and discuss some stuff, which is
there's a,
true.
there's a website
Mm-hmm.
called nightbot.tv.
Mm-hmm.
You just go on it and it asks if you want to sign in. So you sign in with a YouTube account,
Mm-hmm.
and then once you sign in, you
Mm-hmm.
can configure Nightbot to do what you want it to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
yeah,
Mhm.
man.
But
Everybody
that's a
using
good
it, you know.
idea, Tanisha. We can do a Zoom or a team meet. No, Zoom is fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
excellent idea. And
Mm-hmm.
so we can share knowledge and stuff like that. Yeah.
Ideas. Yep.
Hmm.
yeah. That's what the journey is for, guys. Share ideas, be supportive, come together, build a vibe,
Mm-hmm.
The best part of this journey is meeting lovely people. Look here, Lang Shelly and I are friends on Facebook,
Whoa, what people?
and
Wanna see
we
when she a
never
come on?
connected like
Look
this.
when she a come on. Look when she a come on.
You see, but me never understand the whole thing. Mister, let me,
nice, nice. Betty,
Mister, let me
Betty,
try
3 hours,
it.
Betty.
Oh my God, me know
We're
Oh
in
say
the
she
my
ain't
three
gonna
God.
go
hours.
say
No, but
Three
the thing
hours.
is, I thought because me not have 1,000 subscribers, me have to use a laptop.
no, girl.
Oh
Okay.
You just use
boy,
your StreamYard.
All right.
nice.
So
Hey
nice to see you.
guys.
Mike
Hey,
So
told me.
nice to see
her
you.
with our pretty
Yeah,
teeth.
Mike
Where's
told
All
me.
right,
Where's
know that me
Tanisha?
know
Hold
that
on there. Hold on there. Hold on there. Hold on there. Hold on there.
this feels good.
Yes. You
All
are
right, know
next.
that me
So,
know. Know that
now
I
you have
know.
your
Mister, let
homework.
me try.
Yes, you have homework now. Now you go create your topic and you
Uh
go tell me
huh.
when you go live. That are your
All
homework.
right, sounds good. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Sheldon gone. I tell him gone call to come to this.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Tanisha.
Yeah,
I'm,
man.
I'm
Tell her
gonna
she
get the
need,
rest of
Yes.
the excitement.
she need to jump on the live now,
Tanisha, come see
Lordy.
the
Okay, but with the
Uh,
phone, me can't see no comment.
No worry. We tell
excitement.
you what go on. We
Oh,
tell you what go on. Don't worry about that.
Okay,
yeah. We
okay.
bring up what need to come up on the screen. Yeah.
Natalie,
Nice.
it's so good to see you on the
Nice
screen.
to chat with you guys, of course.
Boogie girl, a long time I not see you. You know what's a boogie girl in a real life?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I know Boogie Girl right now, and Natalie.
All right, Natalie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm moving on.
Okay.
Maybe I do a video on that. Maybe not.
I tell you, your voice on the radio morning time is a love hearing it, the vibes, yeah, mush them
Few
and everybody,
people say missing, but
I like the energy there.
yeah, I understand. But in life, you have to move on sometimes. Watch back.
Yes, yes.
Buckets.
Oh,
But
God.
Natalie, I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking, that, with your experience and everything, you could start doing podcast and stuff.
Dimitri and I
Yep.
have been
Mm-hmm.
discussing it as
Yeah,
well.
man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you already have a
Can't
following.
wait for you just run out. Me can't wait for you just run out like so.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to get used to the camera a bit more because I'm not used to it yet, I still like try to get there.
That's why
Mhm.
podcast is a very good idea for you as a
Mhm.
starter
Yeah,
because
for
you don't
real. We
have to
were
you don't
talking
have to
about
show your
it,
face.
but Mr. Me have to go research what it is
Mm-hmm.
all about because I don't really know it in detail.
Okay.
Wait, the
Mm-hmm.
Venice, I will have a few year that.
No, sir.
We're here long.
Mm-mm.
I wonder.
No.
I went long
Okay.
too.
No,
No see
Shelly, just see me do thing there. Just see me do the avocado thing the other day, so it cannot be.
Yeah, what me see,
Okay.
me know sign of fear because me know I really stay what day.
Mm-hmm.
This is the
Yeah,
the
this are
the
the not
um
less great
the
thing.
headband. The headband. I have a video on.
You see through my head big, me can't do not less.
What you mean?
because it a go just look flat and my head big. You
No,
know?
Actually, no
we are
easy, you know.
getting that, bro. Are your mind not tell us so?
Their head big.
So, and because my hair is not thick, so
We
it's not going to
understand.
be like,
We
nice and
understand.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
So I
I
go
just
look
want
see
the
it
regular
kind of
back
way.
braids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, me not stay upon the live, cause me just tell me I can show me face.
Thank
You
you.
see,
Me not even
uh,
sure how to
Thank you
exit.
for
Oh, me
stopping
see
by,
so
me.
Natalie.
Huh?
Betty,
Huh?
so we have 34 minutes, so like you ever go for your hour and done.
Jesus God. So what do you want to talk about now?
Just go
10:30.
and
You go
talk,
till
Basically, the
10:30.
same thing. There's some.
May I get thirsty?
so I'm gonna go for my
Mm-hmm.
glass of water, yeah. So this three
Yeah, me
hours
need to
better
get
will,
some
will,
too.
will bring you a good distance in your watch hours,
Yeah.
because we have between 10 to
Yes,
15
because you need to
persons
get there, girl.
keep coming and going. So it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look good.
Talk time with Trudy, I call me.
Yeah, yeah, I wanna see her.
Talk time with Trudy is look like she's home cooking.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh, talk
ma'am.
Trudy. Okay.
Yeah, Trudy, yeah, Trudy. Remember Trudy Venice? Yeah, Trudy.
Yeah,
Trudy, Trudy,
yeah. I
Trudy.
just remember now. Once you say
Oh,
cooking,
you're the cook?
once you say cooking, that was a
Yeah. So
Solid.
now we have
yeah.
25 minutes to go. So if she can join, she can
She's
join.
cooking, guys.
Oh boy.
Tell her to join with the cookings, the cookiments.
They
Not the
want you
last
to
time.
join with the cooking.
Just like the last time.
They want you to join with the cooking.
Oh, Tanisha, she gone. Tanisha says celebrity and screen. Oh.
Oh, she just a start cook, guys.
Oh.
Ah, we've
Okay.
been on for
Well,
2.5 hours already.
Yeah, we setting the records here.
Yes, honey. Okay,
Mhm.
hold on.
So Venice,
Mm,
yes, sir.
all right.
your hours are coming on fine, right? You see them
Huh?
increasing, your hours coming on, as in you see the progression.
I see it. Well, for last night, I see, to be exact, 11 hours. So, yeah.
Okay, because what we didn't know was so we had an Excel sheet and we looked at what we
Mm-hmm.
were getting and we just
Yes.
put
Mm-hmm.
put some dates and said this is what
Mm-hmm.
we're getting now. By this
That's the
time we should be
expectation.
here. So then
Mm-hmm.
now if we're getting 11, we're trying to say we can move from 11 to 15 and then
Mm-hmm.
from 15 to 20. So we just
Mm-hmm.
kept tracking it.
That's wise. That's smart. Yeah.
Yeah, man, because we went up to as much as what, 40 and 50 per day. I just doing
Yeah.
Oh, really?
adjustments.
We're gonna have to talk, and you
Oh,
kind of
definitely.
explain that some more to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. There are some things that you probably can't really speak on the live. You talk about it off air.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Totally.
Yes, Trudy in the building. Goody say present.
Goody, because like
You know,
I bet she cook every
just
day.
Cook. She love cook. That's her passion.
give me a second, guy.
Mm-hmm. Trudy love cook,
Okay,
man.
Be right back.
that is good though.
Mm-hmm. She love cook.
We love a belly. Once food
Mm-hmm.
is there, we are happy. We're happy.
Mm-hmm.
So that gentleman is a happy gentleman.
Yeah. A lucky gentleman too.
Very, very lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I remember back in the day, I meet some woman and can't cook. Trudy,
Mm-hmm.
Hi guys.
you are the great one, eh?
We have to cook for hubby man.
Wow, wow.
Mm-hmm.
We want to meet him one day, and tell him he's lucky.
Shells know anybody me talk to lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Bless. I have some talk back.
Mm-hmm. Cause she always cooking.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the menu tonight?
Steamed fish in coconut sauce with bamia, okra, and some fried vegetables on the
That's
side.
Betty. Betty, that one nice meal, you know, Betty.
Listen, I'm telling you. You hear them bag of something that we just say steamed fish with what kind of sauce?
In a coconut
Coconut sauce at this
with
hour of the
bamia,
night, you
okra.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Come over here, come show off with our
No, me
steamed fish
not
in a
show up.
coconut
You know, some
sauce.
cook curry from earlier, curry chicken and rice for the kids them.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, go on with yourself, Trudes.
me don't know what me I cook
Doing.
tomorrow. I know we might just do some barbecue ribs and call it a day. Hey, the fish them raw.
Um,
Me don't know. Because you put fish in a freezer, and like
yeah,
it have a different rawness when it come out of the freezer. So
yeah.
I like it,
You
man.
put it in a lime juice.
When me put it in the freezer now, I just put it in. Me I go do that now, but when me put it in the freezer now, me for do that.
Oh.
That's a thing.
Before I always like to put it in lime juice.
Oh,
Before I prepare it. Before me put it in the freezer, and then me always season it and put it in the freezer.
you know why me not season my meat and put it in the freezer unless I like curry goat. When me know say me want spring whole heap of water. Like fish and them something would put in a freezer
Come
to
here,
freeze
girl.
because it's spring whole heap of water.
Okay,
Mm.
but
So I go prep now. Cause even though me a
mm,
prep now, me still have a good hour and a half before I'm even look to come out. Not even hour and 45 minutes before I'm left work.
oh, so yeah, well, you have a lot of time
Yeah,
to
me just
prep.
a prep. I prep me a prep. So kind of say
Mm-hmm,
fish a 15 minutes. So me I
mm-hmm.
put it on 12 o'clock.
Okay.
You know stop texting me. You can't. I'm
For box you.
hungry. What's this? Leave me alone. I'm not boxing no more.
Oh God.
You know, I'm gonna put up the knife here before I cut myself, yeah.
So truly, we have 18 minutes to go. So before we go, just give your perspective on the topic, you know?
What's the topic tonight?
We were talking about abuse.
Mm-hmm. What about it?
Just discussing the different types of abuse and generally talking about how a lot of times us females ignore the abuse and endure it thinking that males are going to change. Vice versa, females tend to be abusive to males, whether verbally. I know for most females, we are verbally and emotionally abusive to men.
I'm physically abusive too. Yeah, like that.
Not, yeah, that one is different.
No, but that's true. But the funny thing is, a lot of females also mistake that for love. If him not beat me, him not
Mhm.
love me. And
Right.
um,
But it's so common, you know?
it is too common. And not only that, you have a lot of females because them so used to the bad treatment when somebody treat them good. It's like them push the person because them don't know nothing else but the bad treatment.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. I've seen
So
that case where a woman, she's coming from an abusive relationship and she's now with a guy who's just nice and sweet and she just take advantage of him, you know?
I am
Yeah,
guilty
she
of
don't
that.
know how to act.
Me guilty of that. That has happened to me. And I wouldn't say like it's just me feel like some need a little roughness in my life. If him the rough, it not worth it or me need a little bad up there. But love is that's not love. And when you
Yeah,
grow
yeah.
older, and that's what I told, even now looking back at my life, I never had love before up until until now. My last two relationships, that was love. Whatever else me did have before, that was the love. That was not even that. I don't even know what to call that. It's toxic. A lot of times we mistake toxic relations as, oh, that is what I need in my life, and that's not it. Love is supposed to hurt. Even if it hurts, it's not supposed to hurt for a long time. You understand? It's supposed to be something that can be discussed, something that you can move past. You understand? It's not supposed to scar you for a lifetime.
Right.
And a lot of
Yeah,
people get scarred in them lifetime because they mistake or what you mean? I'll stop myself. Or I trust people with them heart. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But you know,
Just
back to Trudy's point, some boys slash men, they are grown to think that if they're not rough and tough, them are not man,
True.
can I tell you?
That's also a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm. I know that,
it's
and I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna say Jamaican men are black men, but a lot of men have them pride and
Mm-hmm.
them ego, and I have me can't proudly say it.
1 second, guys. Just 1 second. Me get my
Okay,
charger. I'm getting my charger.
may I wait on you? What is it, Kivia? The fish scare you? All right, bedtime. You brush your teeth? You can't wait for me. I'm doing something now. Go into your bed, please. You're not sleeping with me tonight. Love you. Moisturize your lips.
in the
My
meantime, I
daughter
see
wants to
Natalie
sleep with
saying,
me.
"Oh,
Yeah,
but you're
read the
cooking."
comments to me, minute. Lord God,
Yeah,
help me.
Natalie is saying, true, we mistake toxic relationships for the norm.
Come get your come. I can't get back. I'm love you.
Venice, you're back.
Yes, I am back.
All right, so
Hi,
we
Trudy.
I they the struggles are clean. Why is it that every time you go to the fish shop, them can never clean up? Well, then I guess some of them on your meat, so them not care.
Mm-hmm. You always have to scale the fish once you bring it home, right?
Always, man, I run that serious joke. They are mad at the worst thing when you're name fish and you.
But back in the day, time I used to cook, I learned to cook. Let me go buy a fish and never realize if it's scale and if you see it again.
Me not laugh.
No, you're serious, Papa.
And
Ooh,
then
Natalie said, true, we mistake toxic relationships for the norm. All the
It
time.
is not the norm. It is man for cherish, man and woman for cherish each other. On for grow with each other, on for love each other, basically you're leaving your underbelly open. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The next person is supposed to kind of spill your guts. The next person is supposed to caress your feelings, caress your emotions, protect you from the rest of the world. When the world cruel, you're supposed to have that one person you can go home to and know so that person that have your back. And it took me how much years, Shells?
Are you
What?
safe, please?
28 years. Regardless, I'm not gonna tell you a lie. My first marriage, I can say this. I'm married to my son father, and me and him in a relationship for over 6 years, and kill me dead man love me. Beat anybody for me, and that was love. No, that was love. He would have put me through the problem. He did put me through if he did love me. And a lot of these people too, we can't even blame them because they themselves don't know love. They themselves don't even know what love feels like. So how am I gonna emulate that if they never get that?
True.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So you only can say, all
Mm-hmm.
right, is this what I want? Or if the person is willing to learn how to love. Because you do have people what can adapt. You do have people where
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah,
can
adapt.
teach your man or your woman how to love. You understand what I mean? Nothing is
Mm-hmm.
wrong with that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You can basically, you cannot keep making the same mistakes. Exactly. When you make the same mistakes, you're a fool. At that point, you're a fool.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make the
It-
same mistakes over and over and expect a different outcome.
mhm.
That means you never go to school and you never learn nothing then.
Right.
That don't make no sense. But
That's insanity.
like
That's the definition.
exactly, there you go.
Mhm.
You're a mad
You have
person,
Yes.
might as well you got bed, might
at
as well
some
you got
point you
admit in
have
a
to
Bellevue.
learn.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes, a lot in this life to learn, guys, and some people just don't learn.
Mhm.
Me learn.
Yeah.
It take me a long time, but me
Some
learn
of
it.
Yeah.
us are good teachers,
Yep.
but our students don't
Well, some
receive.
of the people who teach it well, but
Yeah,
even
it's
some
not
of us
even
who are good
ooh.
teachers, we are the same one who teaching it, and but we not living it. You know what I'm saying? We're
Mhm.
True,
some
true.
people who encourage other people to move out of abuse are themselves in abusive relationship.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah, yeah,
easier
yeah.
said than done for the person in too. Let me tell you something. It's so easier for you to take the beam out of somebody else's eye than yours because you're not on the
Been
outside
done.
looking in. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Hey, Shamika. Good night.
And you do have a lot of people
How are
too
you?
where
Big up yourself, Sassy Diva.
scale fly pan my wine glass. Ew.
Right, saying
Yes,
Becky.
yes, Trudy, yes, Trudy. Continue.
Back to you, Trudy.
Yeah, so yeah, but what me did I say, guys? Sorry. What me did I say? I'm losing the chain of thought.
It was from the angle of, beam out of the eye.
Yeah, so when you're inside, you're not see just look at it this way then. You ever go in a room or you're in a room and it smell a certain way, but because you're living in it, you not smell it. But somebody else
Right.
can come in the one room there and instantly smell what's
Mm-hmm.
going on in that room. And that is
Yeah,
life on a whole. That is life. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I mean? It's like
Mhm.
people always put that, no matter how you want to put it, even people with low self-esteem, them put themselves on a pedestal. Them things say them above certain things are, oh well, me now gonna do this and me now gonna make that mistake. Then a lot of times they don't
Not
realize
yet.
that the same
They're
mistake them
still
think
talking.
that them now make is exactly the mistake them I make. You understand?
right,
Mhm.
the same. Yeah, it happens. It happens. It happens there. It happens.
Yeah.
Well, it's good when persons can learn, and because one of the worst thing I feel live all of your life, in a mistakes. So when you
Right?
can learn and you
Wishing
reach
that they could change certain things.
right, so you reach 30 now, you say, yeah, I've learned enough, and I'm gonna do this now in my next relationship.
Exactly.
Be a loving
Exactly.
person, and because as I was saying earlier in the
Yeah.
truly is that
It's not.
we're going to relationships, and sometimes we're not mature enough. We're not mature
Mhm.
enough for the
Right.
relationship, and we fail. But luckily, over
Mm-hmm. We
time,
weren't ready for it.
we have been, we have learned something from the first one, the second one, the third one, we can now carry in the fourth one.
Exactly. You can't make the same mistake them in a each relationship. That don't make no sense. Like me know my faults. Me not have no patience. And me easy to get bored. So therefore, what maybe become me get bored, maybe keep on boxing one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 man. No. Now to realize that okay then before me jump into anything, okay, does this person have certain qualities that me can endure for a lifetime? Does this
Yeah,
Shamika
person
yeah.
is saying, guys, Jaita is live. Okay, now. Um, okay, Sassy Diva, we are wrapping up my live. I've been on for a bit, so yeah.
Yes,
But
truly. Yeah, continue with the point. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so therefore now what me I gotta do, me can't go keep on going at that same mentality there where feel like say, oh if the person with me there with is not a comedian or a keep on entertain me, I forgot keep on and move on. Cause at the end of
Yeah,
the day, him jokes them I go get still one day. Him I go run
Mm-mm.
out of
Mhm.
ideas. So what am I going to do? I have to realize say, okay, find new things to do.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Explore with each other, create ideas. You know, if you be like, oh, that one person can give you everything you need. And you don't even have to depend on nobody to give you what you need either. As long as you find happiness within yourself and find what make you happy, you can teach a person how to give you those things as well. You understand?
Mhm.
And as long as the person open-minded enough to actually explore that,
That's
if
a
you
good
need
point.
nobody
Finding
else,
happiness within yourself.
Right.
Yes, yes, yes. And to that same point, Venice, is that sometimes, we go into a relationship and we are looking for that person to give us happiness, while we
Mm-hmm.
ourselves, we have that emptiness and we keep on feeling that, to be filled, the other person has to fill that gap.
Right.
But we ourselves
Mm-hmm.
have to learn how to be happy for ourselves too.
right?
Mhm.
Be a whole by ourselves first,
Yes, yes, yes,
But
yes.
also in the same breath, it is important that your partner is supposed to continue to sustain, help you to maintain that happy environment. Because yes, you can go into a relationship happy, but because of because you're met with certain energy, it can suck from your
Drain
happiness.
you.
The
Exactly.
negative
Yep.
energy can become a parasite.
And
Yeah.
therefore you
Hmm.
can be in a relationship where you
So
can
you
be
have to make sure
100%
that
self.
Trudy, I can't
you're
hear you. Is
entwined.
your
You get what
speaker
I'm saying?
down?
You're moving on the same wavelength.
You hear me?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Trudy's talking.
No, she didn't say she can't hear me.
Shamika,
No. What
Sassy is
I
saying,
was
I'm sorry
saying,
for coming on your live and troubling you guys from talk.
I guess
Girl,
she
what
was
are
saying
you?
because no, yeah, I guess she said because she came and spoke about Jahita's life while we're discussing. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
what?
that's
That's
fine.
fine. We support each other. I'm just saying when I'm finished, I will go and check out Jaita.
Yeah,
But what me did I say is
I'll stop by her when we're
um
finished too.
Mm-hmm.
what me did I say?
Yes, truly.
Basically what me I say is a lot of times too when we're in a relationship, right? We
Mm-hmm.
always tend to give up ourselves and put everything in the relationship. You need time for yourself. You need to find yourself and find your footing in a relationship, because then one thing when I go work out is codependency. People will depend on each other in a relationship. Like you need your time, him need the theme time. If him have theme friend is not your friend
Hmm.
is not his friends. It don't make no sense, right? So you can have mutual friends and you can have friends who
Mm-hmm.
share together, but you still need to have your separate life apart from your partner.
Mm-hmm.
That is a lot of people
That's
um
true.
make that mistake there.
Yeah.
Correct.
It happens, people. It happens.
And
Mm-hmm.
don't go in a relationship and just, if you don't have a reason to detach yourself from people, don't just go in a relationship and abandon everybody. Some people go in a relationship and abandon everybody that they
Them
knew and
family,
everybody they had a
everybody,
good
yep.
relationship. Yeah, don't do that. Don't cut yourself off from the world. If you have a
And then it
legitimate
and
reason to
then
do
it
so, then go
sometimes
ahead and do it.
and then it sometimes turn out to be people thinking that it's the man. And the man make you forget. The man not make you
Mm-hmm.
forget nothing. It's you.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Number one, if you ever talk to a man, oh shit, this not cut. If you ever talk to a man where he might go want take you away from, because you have men like that. It's like them
Mm-hmm.
try to
It's,
trap you in a relationship.
yeah,
It's
possessive
like,
types,
oh,
Very
if you're
possessive.
not do
Yeah.
it with me, you're not do it. You understand? Or some people know why you find your footing in the
Mm-hmm.
relationship for venture off for yourself. Because I remember, me can say a big example. I didn't know how to drive up until when 2015,
Mm-hmm.
around them time there. I lived all the way in Ohio. Every time I want to come New York to do my little fun time with my friend or my family. Oh, you only can go when me I go New York. Me now go just drive for go down for your seat. Basically, that's what he was saying. I'm looking into it and me say, so therefore, if I know you want me move go New York, there's no way I can go New York. So basically, I'm always a tag along. All right, cool. I say, you know what? Me I go learn to drive.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I started to do? I started to take my 9 hour drive on any type of weekend I want. And guess what? That was the end of our relationship, because you know what now? There's no more stronghold
Independent.
over me. There's no more stronghold over me. There's no more,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I can left for a yard. I'm a gonna do what me do and come back when me feel like, because guess what? I'm not making no noise. That has nothing to do with me. One thing with me, my dear girl rope to end yourself. Me not watch people and not know what them do. You say if you tell me say you go X place, I believe you're at X place. Me now look if they are Y, I'm now look if they are Z. Or you tell me say they are X, right? Or some me look on life. So at the end of the day, a lot of relationship they are based off that. Like, oh well, she not gonna be because she depends on me if do this, or him not gonna be because he depends on me if do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you
But
know,
I believe too. I
Just
believe
finish.
too that sometimes because all right, huh, that all right. So if you're the guy in a relationship and the guy is going about his business, doing whatever it is he want to do as if he's living a single life, and you're seeing all of that, you're gonna feel like you can do the same thing, or you should be allowed, or you should have the free will to do the same thing. That, go out and live your life the way you want to live it. But if it was not like that, y'all are married and y'all are a unit, one single unit. So I believe that if like with me and my husband, like wherever you see him, you see me. In most cases, almost all situations, wherever you see him or wherever you see me, you see him. It's like we're always doing it together because we're not only in a relationship, we have a friendship too, and we're
Right.
close friends. So we're always traveling as a unit. But if one person is pulling himself over there and feel like he can go wherever he want to go whenever he's ready, and then now when I want to do the same, it's like I become the bad person. Then yes, that's a
Can I tell
bad
you?
situation to be in.
But you live and you learn. And as well, upon go ahead.
Yeah. So Betty, I will leave you shortly. 3 hours. You're at 3 hours now. So the rest is up to you what you want to do right now. But 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a very good live. A very good live.
It was.
A lot of pointers were raised, and I know that this content is something that somebody one day will look back on and draw. I think we did a good job.
We just have to encourage
live,
each
very good
other.
live.
And
Touch on
if
a lot of real life issues.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about.
Yeah.
Well, I am grateful again to each and everyone that is still in the chat. And yes, I we have come to the end. We have been here, and Shellanten, Venice, Natalie, Nita, like our little circle is going to take us places.
Yes,
And
definitely.
we know that for a fact. So, and there's no two ways about
Yes.
that. So, with that being said, good night, everyone. Talk time, Trudy. We are waiting for you to roll out with your talk.
Good night, guys. Good night.
And, good night. Stay safe. Remember, when you're going out in public, wear your mask, social distance. And, whoever in the chat, we want to consider the vaccine if we're not going to take it or not,
Me get my letter.
Right. Sanitize and clean up and don't expose your loved ones.
Yes.
And with that being said, peace be unto you. Until next time.
Yeah.
Your girl Betty is signing out of the chat.
And also with you.
Peace out.
All right,
Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace
All right,
out.
guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.